IBMC Financial Professionals Group. UAE India B2B Centre, the gateway of international business and investments.
Dr. Khalid Abu Sahur, General Manager, Fujairah Shares and Bonds Company, Fujairah. May I request Dr. Khalid? It's already there. May I request Dr. Khalid Abu Sahur to kindly take the session. A few words about Dr. Khalid Abu Sahur. He's the General Manager of Fujairah Shares and Bonds Company in Fujairah. He is a renowned speaker in different industry panel discussions which is happening in UAE. He is also a very prominent figure in the business news channels, especially CNBC and all, regarding the international market analysis and UAE market analysis as well. Most welcome, Dr. Khalid Abu Sahur.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anoop. Thank you for all. Welcome, everybody, gentlemen. This is a great opportunity to meet you here and discuss about the opportunities which is available or which is potential available in the Fujairah Emirates. I will speak in Arabic in this event. Then I will give main things, main information I will translate in English because so many people ask me to speak Arabic for this event in Fujairah. So please accept my regards. Beginning, السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم جميعا في إمارة الفجيرة في مقر المؤتمر العالمي. المؤتمر العالمي المنعقد في هذا اليوم الأربعاء الموافق الثلاثاء 31 من شهر أكتوبر لعام 2017. الهادف إلى التعرف إلى الفرص الاستثمارية المتواجدة أو المحتملة التطبيق في إمارة الفجيرة. يهدف المؤتمر بداية إلى تبادل الأفكار وتبادل المعارف والفرص الاستثمارية الممكنة في دولة الإمارات المتحدة ما بين دولة الإمارات والهند. مبدئيا إن شاء الله سوف نلقي الضوء على إمارة الفجيرة. سوف نتحدث عن الفجيرة في سطور. إمارة الفجيرة هي إحدى الإمارات السبع التي تشكل دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. تتميز بموقعها الاستراتيجي حيث أنها الإمارة الوحيدة التي تقع للدولة في حين تقع الإمارات الأخرى على الساحل الغربي وتطل على الخليج العربي. وقد حبى الله في إمارة الفجيرة بطبيعة ساحرة ومناخ معتدل وجاف، واشتق اسم الفجيرة من عين ماء تقع أسفل أحد الجبال العديدة التي تتميز بها المنطقة. وتعود الأهمية التاريخية للفجيرة إلى ما قبل الميلاد المسيح عليه السلام، فقد كانت تعرف في العصور القديمة بأرض عمالقة البحار، وتشمل المدن والقرى الرئيسية في إمارة الفجيرة دبا ومربح وقدفع والبدية ومسافي والسيجي. تشتهر الفجيرة بشواطئها المشمسة وسلاسل الجبال الشاهقة المحيطة بها، بالإضافة إلى طقسها الجميل المعتدل، مما جعلها الوجهة السياحية الأولى في الدولة للزوار على المستويين المحلي والدولي. وبسبب طبيعتها البحرية المتفردة، فإن إمارة الفجيرة تجتذب أيضا محبي الرياضات البحرية من الدولة ومن كافة أنحاء العالم لممارسة السباحة وسباقات القوارب والتزلج على الماء وصيد الأسماك. تعرف الفجيرة باسم جوهرة الشرق، حيث يوفر موقعها المتميز سهولة الاتصال مع موانئ الشحن الرئيسية العالمية، مما جعل منها مركز جذب للمستثمرين من كافة أنحاء العالم. في عام 1974 ميلادي خلف صاحب السمو الشيخ حمد بن محمد الشرقي والده المغفور له بإذن الله الشيخ محمد بن حمد الشرقي ليصبح حاكم إمارة الفجيرة، وقد شجع سموه إنشاء الصناعات في الإمارة وتطوير قطاعات التجارة والسياحة والخدمات فيها. وتقدم حكومة الفجيرة لمواطنيها الكثير من التسهيلات والخدمات الحديثة، حيث أصبحت الإمارة ترتبط بشبكة طرق حديثة مع كل المدن في الدولة. ولعب موقع الفجيرة الاستراتيجي دورا رئيسيا في تطورها وجعلها أحد أهم موانئ التزويد بالوقود في العالم. يعتبر ميناء الفجيرة أهم أحد موانئ شحن الماشية في العالم، حيث أنشأت كبرى شركات الماشية محطاتها الرئيسية للخراف والأبقار في شبه الجزيرة العربية داخل ميناء الفجيرة. سهلت الحكومة الإجراءات الجمركية ووفرت البنية التحتية الممتازة لدعم المستثمرين لبناء وتنمية وتنويع أنشطتهم التجارية. وتقدم دائرة الصناعة والتجارة والاقتصاد بإمارة الفجيرة كل تسهيلات البنية التحتية لتشجيع المشاريع التجارية في الإمارة. سنلقي الضوء على بعض المؤشرات العامة والهامة بما يتعلق في الإحصائيات، والمرجع أو المصدر لهذه المعلومات هي مركز الإحصاء في إمارة الفجيرة. من خلال العرض سوف أعلق على بعض المؤشرات العامة، وأولها عدد السكان. يبلغ سكان إمارة الفجيرة 225,360 نسمة، بيانات 2016. هذه البيانات منشورة في عام 2016. منهم 148,812 ذكور و76,548 إناث. المعدل النمو السكاني بين تعدادي 2005 و2011 هو 5.451. معدل النمو إذن 5%.45. معدل الزيادة الطبيعية Natural Increase Rate in Fujairah 15.97. I will sharing you commercial license issued Emirates of Fujairah as on 2016. بالنسبة للرخص التجارية الصادرة في إمارة الفجيرة، والبيانات هي تخص عام 2016، والمصدر هو كتاب الإحصاء السنوي لمركز الفجيرة للإحصاء. هنالك رخص تجارية جديدة new license commercial new license issued 550. renewal تجديد 4687 رخصة تجارية تم تجديدها خلال العام 2016 ليصبح الإجمالي هو 5237. The commercial license 5237 new license issued by Fujairah municipality for 2016. الرخص الصناعية Industrial License. New License 20 رخصة جديدة. تجديد 159 license. إذن 159 license renewal and 179 the total for industrial license in Fujairah for same years 2016. الرخص الحرفية Crafts license new 354 license and renew 2533. The total will be 2887 or 78. الرخص الحرفية كانت 354 رخصة جديدة، 2533 رخصة مجددة، والإجمالي هو 2887 رخصة تم تجديدها في عام 2016. الرخص المحلية الرخص المهنية Vocational License New License 643 and renew 2875 and the total 3518. إذن أصبح إجمالي الرخص المهنية الصادرة في عام 2016 3518 رخصة. مجموع الرخص الصادرة في إمارة الفجيرة بشكل نهائي الجديد the new license issued by Municipality of Fujairah for 2016 was 1,567 licenses. This is the new. And renew 10,254 licenses and the total 11,821. إذا مجموع الرخص اللي تم إصدارها هي 11,821 رخصة تم إصدارها في العام 2016، وهذا بحد ذاته مؤشر إيجابي عن وجهة النشاط أو اتجاه النشاط والنمو النشاط في الإمارة في المستقبل. بالاستعراض إلى الناتج المحلي الإجمالي، الناتج المحلي الإجمالي طبعا القيم بالمليون درهم the value in مليون درهم. قطاع المشروعات الغير مالية non-financial corporation sector 12.856 12 مليار 856 مليون درهم إماراتي، طبعا لأنه بالمليون نتكلم احنا القيمة بالمليون درهم. الزراعة والثروة الحيوانية والسمكية agriculture livestock and fishing 718. الصناعات الاستخراجية mining and quarrying 2.81. الصناعات التحويلية manufacturing 1.939. الكهرباء والغاز والمياه 377. electricity and water 377. الإنشاءات constructions 1.301. تجارة الجملة والتجزئة وخدمات الإصلاح 1.944. المطاعم والفنادق 430. restaurant and hotels. النقل والتخزين والاتصالات transport storage and communications 1563. العقارات وخدمات الأعمال real estate and business services 1.313. الخدمات الاجتماعية والشخصية 459. social personal services. قطاع المشروعات المالية financial corporation sector 1.598. قطاع الخدمات الحكومية 1.46 government services sector. الخدمات المنزلية domestic service of households 2.211. بناء عليه فإن الناتج المحلي الإجمالي للإمارة 15.43. gross domestic product was 15.432. If we speak about per capita gross domestic product per dirham, it was 68,477. إذن إجمالي أو متوسط حصة الفرد من إجمالي الناتج المحلي هو 68,477. احنا بنتكلم عن إمارة الفجيرة تحديدا. هذه جميعها طبعا هي أنا بستعرضها على أساس أنه هي مؤشرات وعلى أساس نقدر نتوصل معا إلى الخلاصة هذه ورقة العمل، وأن نضع النقاط على الحروف فيما يتعلق أنه أين تقع الفرصة في الاستثمار في قطاع الضرائب في إمارة الفجيرة تحديدا وفي دولة الإمارات عامة. بالاطلاع على المؤشرات الاقتصادية الرئيسية لقطاع الخدمات المالية في إمارة الفجيرة، نجد بأنه القطاع المالي نتكلم فقط عن financial sectors in Fujairah Emirates. Main economic indicator of financial sector Emirates of Fujairah. Number of establishment bank 18. Insurance 4. قطاع البنوك احتل 18 بنكا في الإمارة. التأمين 4 شركات تأمين موجودة في الفجيرة. بروكرج كومباني وساطة الأسهم شركتان. الصرافة ماني تشينجر 13 ليكون التوتال المجموع هو 37 companies. بالاطلاع على التجارة الخارجية المباشرة، نجد في عام 2016 إجمالي الواردات Direct foreign trade by group of economic Emirates of Fujairah 2016, the value in 1000 AED and the quantity is per ton. Quantity for imports was 1.542535 in the value 2.469427. Exports 24306,700 and value it was 1.174551. Re-exports, the quantity was 96801 and the value was 2.351372. When we display also the hotels sectors, number of hotels as on data showing 2016 21, and number of the rooms it was 3,208, and occupied rooms 2,052, and room occupancy percentage 64. Number of guests، عدد النزلاء بلغ في إمارة الفجيرة في عام 2016 764,734 764,734. وبالاطلاع أيضا على الشقق الفندقية، Hotel apartment and flat occupancy Emirates of Fujairah 2016 only also. Hotel apartment building was 16. مباني الشقق الفندقية هي 16. عدد الشقق number of flats was 657 657 شقة. متوسط الشقق المشغولة average of occupied flats 333 333 المتوسط. إشغال الشقق 51%، إذن 51% نسبة إشغال الشقق. عدد النزلاء 141,075. This is number of the guests 141075. This data as on 31 December 2016. If we look at insurance sector in Emirates, Fujairah Emirates, 2016 number of company was 4 company. This 4 company made revenues 39,267,000 dirham 0.652, and their expenses was 33,047,543. إذن بلغت إيرادات 4 شركات من شركات التأمين في عام 2016 39,267,652 درهم، في حين بلغت مصروفات هذه الشركات 33,047,543 درهم. ايش الهدف من هذا الموضوع؟ ليش انا عم بستعرض اداء الشركات، ارقام الشركات، عدد الشركات، مصروفات الشركات؟ شو الفكرة الرئيسية؟ الفكرة الرئيسية هو التوصل الى انه تطبيق قانون ضريبة القيمة المضافة سوف يكون هنالك حالة من الهلع، خلينا نسميها. راح يكون في هنالك حقيقة انه عدد الشركات وكبر حجم أعمال الشركات، هذا بحد ذاته مؤشر على وجود طلب قوي على قطاع الاستشارات الضريبية، لأن هذا القطاع أولا إذا اطلعنا على موضوع الضريبة وتطبيقها في دولة الإمارات، فهذه المرة الأولى كون النشاط جديد والتطبيق هو آلية جديدة، فطبيعي جدا بأن يكون هنالك طلب متزايد على هذا النوع من النشاط الاقتصادي. ما يتعلق بالجرائم، موضوع صراحة جميل جدا، مهم جدا. الجرائم المرتكبة حسب التعريف القانوني للجريمة في إمارة الفجيرة. Commercial crime according to the legal definitions of the crime Emirates of Fujairah 2016. بالاطلاع على الجدول, when we are looking to the table, we concentrate at crimes against property. الجرائم الواقعة على المال. بلغت أكبر نسبة هي الجرائم الواقعة على المال، والتي وصلت إلى 57.6%. Crime against property, it was 57.6% for 2016. This meaning, وهذا الشيء يعني أنه فعلا نحن بحاجة، يؤكد أو يعزز حاجتنا أو حاجة إمارة الفجيرة ودولة الإمارات عامة إلى الاهتمام في جانب الاستشارات الضريبية، لأنه بالاطلاع على هذه الجداول وهذه المعدلات والأرقام هي بلغت 2063، وهي الإجمالي الجرائم المقيدة 3579. إذا شكلت نسبة كثير قوية، يعني نسبة عالية مرتفعة صراحة. لأن إذا طلعنا على بقية الجرائم نجد بأنه جرائم ماسة بأمن الدولة ومصالحها هي 65، جرائم متعلقة بالوظيفة العامة 28، جرائم مخيرة بسير العدالة 25، جرائم ذات خطر عام 21، جرائم ماسة بالعقائد والشعائر الدينية 72، جرائم ماسة بالأسرة لا يوجد، جرائم واقعة على الأشخاص 871، جرائم قانون المشروبات الكحولية 374، وجرائم قانون أنظمة البلدية 21، قانون جرائم الاتصالات 13. بالتالي رقم 2063 هو أكبر رقم وهو أهم رقم، ويستدعي مزيدا من الاهتمام فيما يتعلق في هذا الجانب. إذن هذا مؤشر بأنه نحن بصدد أو بحاجة ماسة إلى مزيدا من الاهتمام بالجانب الضريبي والاستشارات الضريبية. يعني نحن نحكي عن موضوع أنه الجرائم واقعة على المال، موضوع مهم أعتقد. A very important thing, we want to concentrate at prime, financial prime, because the total prime record in UAE 2016 was 2063. From the total crime was 3579, it was 57.6%. This meaning we must concentrate at consultants in taxes and other financial sectors. تحدثنا عن الفجيرة في سطور، تحدثنا عن الفجيرة في أرقام. هذه الأرقام اللي استعرضناها هي حقائق صادرة عن جهات رسمية في إمارة الفجيرة، فلنتخذ منها مؤشرا للمضي في بحثنا هذا. أساسيات اقتناص الفرص الاستثمارية. أنا لما بتكلم عن الموضوع أنا بتكلم عن موضوع أنا طرحي هو بأن هنالك فرصة استثمارية، هذه الفرصة متوفرة في إمارة الفجيرة، ولا أستطيع أن أجزم بتوفرها فقط في إمارة الفجيرة، بينما هي متوفرة أيضا على صعيد الدولة ككل. والعنوان الذي طرحناه هو أساسيات اقتناص الفرص الاستثمارية. الآن أي فرصة استثمارية الأساس فيها هو التخطيط المالي. Basic of snatching in instrument opportunities. Investment opportunities. First thing is financial planning. Second thing is finance organizing, then execution. In the end, evaluation. ما في حدا بيختلف على هذه الأمور، يعني الكل متفق معي أعتقد بهذا المجال أو في هذا الجانب، بأنه أساسيات اقتناص أي فرصة استثمارية تنحصر في أولا التخطيط المالي، ومن ثم التنظيم المالي، ومن ثم التنفيذ، وأخيرا التقييم. يوجد قرارات مالية، وأهم هذه القرارات المالية عادة هي القرارات الاستثمارية. The main financial decisions in the beginning were first decision, investment decisions. Second thing, finance decisions. And the second thing, as the result, we can say fund administration. إذن إدارة أهم القرارات الاستثمارية أو المالية هي القرارات الاستثمارية، قرارات التمويل، ومن ثم قرار أو إدارة هذه الأموال. بالنسبة للقرارات الاستثمارية، إيش هي القرارات الاستثمارية؟ هو الاستخدام المربح للأموال التي يتم توفيرها للاستثمار. أما عن قرارات التمويل، هو القرار الذي يختص بكيفية تدبير احتياجات الاستثمار من الأموال بالكم والنوع المطلوبين، وكذا بالتكلفة والوقت المناسبين. دعوني أن أتحدث عن ماهية فرص السوق. فرصة السوق يمكن تعريفها على أنها حادثة تحديد احتياج السوق لسلع وخدمات لم تستغل بعد، وطالما أن مشروع تطبيق الضرائب في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة مشروع حديث العهد، فيمكنني القول بأنه فرصة من أحد فرص السوق. عادة الفرص، هنالك مصادر للفرص. Resource of the opportunities. أول شيء النجاح غير المتوقع. ثاني شيء الإخفاق غير متوقع، إما أن يكون نجاح غير متوقع أو أن يكون إخفاق غير متوقع. هذه مصادر الفرص بإمكاني التعليق عليها كونها مصادر بيئة العمل الداخلية. ثالثا التغير في بنية الصناعة والسوق، وهذا مهم جدا. التغير في بنية الصناعة والسوق، وهذا ما هو محور حديثنا صراحة، كون موضوع الضريبة هو نوع يعني حدث تغير في الصناعة أو في السوق. رصد ناقضات السوق، وأخيرا رصد الحاجة إلى طريقة. مصادر الفرص خارج بيئة العمل، أولا التغير الديموغرافي، تغير الميول داخل المجتمع. ثالثا التكنولوجيا المستجدة. رابعا الاتجاهات الحديثة. وأخيرا الأحداث غير المتوقعة. متى تظهر فرصة السوق؟ تظهر فرصة السوق إذا كانت الشركة أو المنظمة لديها إمكانيات مدروسة لتحقيق إشباع أفضل من المنافسين على الطلب لسلعة أو خدمة معينة، أو إذا تواجد طلب في السوق اتجاه منتج أو خدمة معينة تستطيع الشركة استغلالها استغلالا أمثل والبدء بتقديمها. ومن هنا تظهر فرصة الاستثمار في الاستشارات الضريبية في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. واضح بالنسبة لهذا الموضوع. لماذا تطبيق ضريبة القيمة المضافة؟ قد يتساءل البعض لما تلجأ حكومة الدولة بتطبيق قانون ضريبة القيمة المضافة؟ تولي الحكومة الاتحادية والحكومات المحلية في الإمارات العربية المتحدة تقديم العديد من الخدمات العامة المختلفة لمواطنيها والمقيمين فيها، بما في ذلك المستشفيات والطرق والمدارس الحكومية والمنتزهات وإدارة النفايات وخدمات الشرطة وغيرها. تتم تغطية تكاليف جميع هذه الخدمات من الميزانيات الحكومية، وبالتالي ستمثل ضريبة القيمة المضافة مصدراً دخل جديد للدولة، مما يساهم في ضمان استمرارية توفير الخدمات الحكومية العالمية أو عالية الجودة في المستقبل. وسوف يساعد مصدر الدخل هذا الحكومة على المضي قدما نحو تحقيق رؤيتها المتمثلة في خفض الاعتماد على النفط وغيره من المنتجات الهيدروكربونية كمصادر أساسية للإيرادات، إذن هذا ما تسعى له حقيقة حكومة دولة الإمارات من موضوع تطبيق الضريبة، إيجاد بدائل للدخل للإيراد عوضا عن الانخفاض الحاصل في أسعار النفط والمنتجات الهيدروكربونية. سؤال قد يطرح نفسه: هل ستشمل الضريبة لكافة المنتجات والخدمات؟ نعم، ستفرض ضريبة القيمة المضافة باعتبارها ضريبة استهلاك عامة. ضريبة القيمة المضافة هي تعالج على أنها ضريبة استهلاك عامة على معظم المعاملات التي تتم على السلع والخدمات إذا لم ينص القانون على إعفاء أو استثناء لها. طبعا في بعض المنتجات سيتم إعفائها، بعض المنتجات سوف تكون معفاة، وهنالك نسب متفاوتة بين بعض القطاعات مثل العقارات يوجد لها استثناءات معينة، في بعض القطاعات والخدمات المالية أيضا يوجد لها بعض الاستثناءات المعينة. كيف تستعد الأعمال؟ كيف تستعد الأعمال لتطبيق الضريبة أو ضريبة القيمة المضافة؟ سيكون أمام الأعمال المعنية الوقت الكافي قبل التطبيق الفعلي لنظام ضريبة القيمة المضافة في يناير 2018. يتعين على الأعمال خلال هذا الوقت استيفاء الشروط المطلوبة التي تسمح لها بتأدية التزاماتها الضريبية. بعض الأعمال يمكنها البدء من الآن بحيث تكون مستعدة وللحرص على الامتثال بشكل كامل لنظام ضريبة القيمة المضافة. نرى بأنه قد يتعين على الأعمال إجراء بعض التغيرات على صعيد عملياتها الأساسية وإداراتها المالية، هذا مهم جدا، والطرق التي تعتمدها في مسك الدفاتر والسجلات المحاسبية. كثير من الأعمال طبعا بيمسكوا كتب أو بيمسكوا دفاتر محاسبية وسجلات محاسبية بصورة غير منتظمة عشوائية، وهذا ما يتناقض مع تطبيق القانون. وكذلك الوسائل التقنية التي تستخدمها، إضافة إلى تغييرات على صعيد مواردها البشرية مثل المحاسبين والمستشارين المتخصصين بالضرائب. إذن من الضروري أن تسعى الأعمال لفهم الآثار المترتبة على تطبيق نظام الضريبة بمجرد صدور التشريعات ذات الصلة، وأن تبذل كافة الجهود الممكنة لمواءمة أعمالها مع متطلبات إعداد التقارير والامتثال التي تفرضها الحكومة. طبعا ما يتعلق بالجزء التطبيقي لضريبة القيمة المضافة لا يزال بصدد الصدور قريبا إن شاء الله. ما هي الحالات التي تؤدي إلى فرض الغرامات؟ موضوع أعتقد أنه مهم جدا أن نبحثه. إيش هي الحالات؟ لأن الكثير من الناس يجهل موضوع تطبيق الضرائب، وبخاصة بأن الموضوع مستحدث في دولة الإمارات. ما هي الحالات التي تؤدي إلى فرض الغرامات والعقوبات؟ أولا، سيتم فرض غرامات وعقوبات على عدم الامتثال لضمان الامتثال للقوانين الضريبية. وهنالك بعض الأمثلة على الأفعال والتجاوزات التي يمكن أن تؤدي إلى غرامات، تتضمن أولا عدم قيام الخاضع للضريبة بتقديم الإقرار الضريبي أو سداد الدفعات ضمن المدة المحددة. طبعا قانون الضريبة واضح، في فترة محددة تم تحديدها هي 3 شهور، كل 3 شهور يتعين على القطاع أو الشركة الخاضعة للضريبة تقديم إقرار ضريبي، فهذه بحد ذاتها تعد من المخالفات في حال عدم التزام الكيان الخاضع للضريبة بالامتثال بتقديم الإقرار في ضمن الوقت المحدد. ثانيا، عدم قيام الخاضع للضريبة بتقديم الإقرار الضريبي أو سداد الدفعات ضمن المدة المحددة. إذن يتوجب على الشركات أو المنظمات سداد ما ترتب عليها من مبالغ إجمالية لصالح هيئة الضرائب بسدادها ضمن الفترة والوقت المحدد والمعلن عنه من قبل هيئة الضرائب. وفي حال عدم الامتثال أيضا تعد انتهاكا للقانون وسيعاقب بالغرامة مرتكبها. ثالثا، عدم قيام الشخص بالاحتفاظ بالسجلات المطلوبة في التشريعات الضريبية الصادرة. طبعا التشريعات الضريبية والقانون الضريبي، ذكر القانون بوضوح ما هي الدفاتر أو السجلات الواجب مسكها من قبل المنظمات الخاضعة للضريبة. إن عدم قيام الشخص أو الخاضع للضريبة سواء كان شخصا طبيعيا أو شخصا معنويا فإنه يعرض للمسائل القانونية ويتلقى الغرامات والمخالفات بهذا الشأن. ونقطة هامة جدا صراحة هي جرائم التهرب الضريبي. رجعنا على كلمة جرائم، انتبه على كلمة الجرائم. جرائم التهرب الضريبي حيث يقوم الشخص متعمدا بأفعال تخالف أحكام التشريعات الضريبية الصادرة. هذه بحد ذاتها جريمة ويعاقب عليها القانون. خلاصة ما تم عرضه بالاطلاع على هذه المؤشرات الرئيسية التي تم استعراضها خلال الصفحات السابقة، فإن الخلاصة في الاستشارات الضريبية نرى بأن هنالك فرصة في الاستثمار في الاستشارات الضريبية للأسباب الآتية: أولا، حداثة تطبيق القانون في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. ثانيا، إلزام المنشآت من قبل المشرع الضريبي بتعيين وكيل ضريبي بموجب أحكام القانون. إذن يتعين على كل شركة أو كل كيان خاضع للضريبة بأن يقوم بتعيين وكيل ضريبي. هذا الوكيل يكون مهمته متابعة الإجراءات الضريبية وهو صلة الوصل ما بين المنظمة وهيئة الضرائب. ثالثا، حاجة السوق والطلب المتزايد في المرحلة المقبلة على المهنة نظرا لتعدد وتنوع الأنشطة الضريبية الخاضعة للضرائب. نحن في استعراضنا شفنا كيف انه كان في معنا كيف النسب اللي استعرضناها، شفنا كيف النسب والأرقام. هاي النسب والأرقام اللي استعرضناها هي حقائق وأرقام واقعية. فطالما انه في عنا هذه الأرقام وعنا هذا الكم وعنا هذه المؤشرات، فضروري جدا بأن نهتم في قطاع الضرائب وفي مجال الاستشارات الضريبية. طبعا ندرة الموارد والخبرات والتخصصات هذا أيضا بإمكاننا إضافته على هذا الموضوع أو هذا المحور. فبالنهاية والختام أشكر جميع الحضور المتابعين سواء على قناة اليوتيوب أو بالحضور الشخصي أو بشتى وسائل الإعلام، وشاكر جهودكم وجهود القائمين على هذا المؤتمر حقيقة. واسمحوا لي بأن أرحب بكم مجددا وشكرا على هذه الاستضافة.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khalid. May I request Mr. Adnan to kindly initiate the Q&A session.
السلام عليكم دكتور خالد.
الله أستاذ.
أشكرك صراحة شكرا جزيلا. كفيت ووفيت، غطيت موضوع يعني في العمق بالأرقام وبالدلائل والحقائق. غطيت جانبين وربطتهم في النهاية، هو الجانب الوقائع والحقائق بالأرقام في إمارة الفجيرة من حيث الأرقام في المستثمرة، نتائج الأرقام من عملية الاستثمار في إمارة الفجيرة، ومن ثم تطرقت إلى موضوع التطبيق الضريبي والنقطة، وركزت على نقطة الضريبة والجرائم، جريمة الضرائب اللي ارتفعت. أنت توجهت بسؤال يعني أو مثلا بمناشدة أن لا يجب أن تكون هناك حلول في الحد من هذه الجرائم. في ظنك أنت كرجل خبير في هذا المجال، ما هي عطنا لتتطرق إلى بعض النقاط التي ممكن أن تكون حلول موجهة إلى أسماع الجهات المختصة، ممكن لعله عسى أنهم يسمعون وتطبق.
أشكرك أستاذ عدنان، بارك الله فيك، شكرا. سؤالك جميل جدا صراحة ووجيه. أنا أقول بأن قضية الجرائم الضريبية حقيقة هي قضية قائمة ومطبقة في العديد من الدول التي تتبنى نظام الضرائب وتطبق النظام. كون دولة الإمارات الآن في مرحلة تطبيقية يعني مستحدثة حول تطبيق الضرائب، فلا أستبعد بأن يكون هنالك من يتجاهل القانون ويحاول، أو هنالك سيكون محاولات جادة بالتهرب الضريبي. فأنا أناشد الجهات المعنية بهذا الخصوص، وأقول بأنه يتوجب على المشرع أن يكون هنالك ربط وتواصل فعال ما بين هيئة الضرائب وبين الجهات التمثيلية للمنظمات أو الجهات الخاضعة للضريبة. على سبيل المثال شرع القانون موضوع الوكيل الضريبي، وهذا شيء جيد. الآن أنا أقول بأن هنالك لابد أن يكون هنالك تواصل فعال ما بين هيئة الضرائب والوكيل الضريبي، أو كأن يكون جهة أخرى محايدة كجهة استشارات. هذه الجهة تخضع لسيطرة هيئة الضرائب، ليتمكن القائمون على أعمالهم من خلال قيامهم بأعمالهم التنفيذية من تفتيش والمهام الأخرى، من التوصل إلى جو أكثر فاعلية، أكثر أمنا، أكثر استقرارا في هذا المطاف.
حقيقة أنا اطلعت على التقرير اللي صدر من الوزارة بخصوص الضريبة. كان هناك تفصيل في البداية عن كيف بدأت الوزارة في تطبيق. طبعا هنا يعني حسب ما جاء في التقرير أنهم استعانوا طبعا أولا في تطبيق المعايير العالمية، تمام، بما يناسب السوق المحلي طبعا في الستاندرز. ثانيا استعانوا بالشركات أو الجهات المختصة العالمية اللي لها عمر كبير في مجال الضرائب في دول مختلفة. ثالثا تعاونوا مع الشركاء الاستراتيجيين الموجودين، يعني كل شريك، كل رجل أعمال في المنطقة في الدولة يعتبر شريك استراتيجي للحكومة ورجال أعمال. فطلعت يعني خلاصة النتائج هذه والتقارير طلعت هي القائمة والتشريعات اللي راح تخرج خلال الأيام الجاية أتوقع. لذلك يعني وهي وجهة نظر أتوقع في البداية راح يتم تطبيقها بما تم التوصل إليه من خلينا نقول من المعيار العالمي سواء، ولكن هناك دائما تكون فيه اختلافات بسيطة. لما يطبق في أرض الواقع نجد أن فيه التأثير أوضح صار. لذلك يلجأ رجل الأعمال إلى مناشدة مثلا الجهات المختصة بأن يتم النظر في موضوع معين في بند معين من بنود أو التشريعات. نعم، لذلك نعم خلال الفترة يعني خلال أول سنة راح تخرج أمور كثيرة. في نهاية أتوقع في نهاية 2018 راح يكون في يعني تصريح أو تقرير أول سنة يوضح أمور كثيرة.
أكيد.
نعم.
بإمكاني التعليق على موضوع ما تم تطبيقه من قانون الضريبة الانتقائية الذي تم مباشرة تطبيقه في الأول من شهر أكتوبر الحالي. لاحظنا هنالك حقيقة يعني العديد من التساؤلات حول آلية التطبيق، أو عندما دخل القانون حيز التطبيق نجد بأنه على سبيل المثال تضمن القانون طبعا الضرائب على مشروبات الطاقة، التبغ والسجائر ومشتقاته، وأخيرا اللي هو كان على ساعدني إيش الثالث؟
مشروبات الطاقة والسجائر، وكان على
مرطبات البيبسي المشروبات الغازية والطاقة. نعم. عند تطبيق هذا القانون وجدنا لو لاحظنا أو تلقينا العديد من التساؤلات بين أفراد المجتمع، وهذا حقيقة على سبيل المثال أنه في يوم 11 خلاص أنت رحت تشتري مثلا علبة مشروب الطاقة تجد أنه سعرها ضاعف، أو علبة السجاير، والأخص السجاير صراحة لأن كل الناس تركيزتهم الرئيسية هي السجاير. فإحنا من خلال هذا المؤتمر أيضا نود أن نوصل رسالة صراحة لهيئة الضريبة. على سبيل المثال وأنا رجل مدخن، علبة السجاير هذه الكثير يتساءل، علبة السجائر تاريخ إنتاجها شهر 7/2017 وتم يعني تطبيق القانون في الأول من شهر أكتوبر لعام 2017. إذن هذه العبوة حقيقة هي غير خاضعة للضريبة، فأعطت المجال إلى التجار إلى استغلال هذه الآلية. القصد بأنه طالما أنه الإنتاج تاريخ الإنتاج لم يكن في الأول من شهر أكتوبر فهي سلعة غير خاضعة للضريبة قانونيا. نعم. الآن هذه النقطة هي نقطة رئيسية صراحة، ونوجه الأنظار بأن ضرورة قيام الأخوة القائمين على هذا العمل في هيئة الضرائب بإلزام المنتجين لهذه السلع والخدمات الخاضعة للضريبة بإضافة دمغة على المنتج تبين بأن الضريبة مدفوعة، حتى لا يكون هنالك تساؤلات بين أوساط المستثمرين أو المستهلكين. نعم.
أكيد هناك جواب للموضوع هذا من المختصين في الموضوع. نشكر الدكتور مرة أخرى دكتور خالد، شكرا جزيلا على التوضيح والمعلومات الثمينة والقيمة. وإذا في حد من الجمهور حاب يسأل ويشارك دكتور Professor.
Before we move on to that particular Q&A session, let me just announce that our special guest, His Highness Sheikh Ibrahim bin Abdullah Al-Shaki, he has already arrived. On behalf of all of you, on behalf of IBFC, let me please welcome His Highness to this event. Thank you, sir.
شرفتنا. There's a question for the doctor here, maybe.
شكرا جزيلا دكتور خالد على ما قدمته من بيانات. حقيقة هو كانت في 3 مواضيع. حضرتك بدأت بالبيانات الإحصائية لإمارة الفجيرة، وهي الأرقام دائما مهمة لكنها تحتاج إلى تحليل حتى نعرف العلاقة بين الأرقام. تعرف حضرتك أكاديمي يعني، فإحنا الأرقام انتبهنا لها ومهمة مثل ما يعني قلت لك، لكنه نحتاج إلى هذه الأرقام نحولها لتحليل إحصائي حتى نعرف وين نقاط القوة، نقاط الضعف، فرص، التهديدات. لأن أنت حضرتك أشرت إلى أكثر من 5200 ليسن موجود في الفجيرة، فنحن نريد أن نرى تفعيل لهذه التوجه وتفعيل لهذه الرخص. أين تعمل هذه الرخص وما هي العلاقة بين كل مجموعة أو جروب أو يعني نشاط معين، وحتى نضع معايير أخرى نرتقي بهذا النشاط. فهذه الحقيقة الأرقام الجامدة وحدها ما توصلنا إلى هذا الحال، لكنها تحتاج إلى تحليل. وهذه التحاليل الإحصائية حضرتك تمرت فيها يعني شفتها، توصلنا حقيقة إلى دراسة ممتازة جدا عن الفجيرة. مبارك الله بك.
شكرا لك يا رب يا دكتور. بس أحب أوضح لك دكتور احترامي الشديد أنه موضوع الأرقام وتحليل هذه الأرقام والبيانات حقيقة مركز الإحصاء بإمارة الفجيرة عند إكمال البيانات ونشرها بيأخذ بعين الاعتبار المنشأة. شو ما كانت النشاط، مهما كان نوع الرخصة، هو نشاط بالنهاية، هي منشأة، سواء كان مثلا منشأة خياطة أو شركة نفط أو شركة تجارة أو شركة سياحة أو غيره، هي منشأة. فأنا أثرت النظر، يعني حبيت أني أوجه أنظار الأخوة المستثمرين المحتملين عن الرخص الصادرة عن هذه الإمارة خلال العام، وهي بلغت فوق 5000 رخصة. هذا مؤشر بحد ذاته بأن هنالك اتجاه من قبل المستثمرين للدخول إلى إمارة الفجيرة وعمل مزيدا من الاستثمارات وتطلعاتهم المستقبلية في هذه الإمارة، فقط من باب يعني الإحاطة بالشيء ليس أكثر. وأشكرك، وإن شاء الله سوف أبدي جهدي وأحصل على معلومات أكثر دقة ونوافيك بها إن شاء الله بشكل شخصي.
أيضا أنا أستخلص شخصيا من حديث الدكتور خالد أن هناك فرص للشركات العاملة في مجال الضرائب. الفرص هذه موجودة حتى إذا أحد المستثمرين أو الشركات الخارجية فكر أنه يدخل مثلا في الفجيرة، فالفرصة موجودة. يعني في فرص،
الفرصة موجودة أخ عدنان. وأنا أعقب على كلامك صراحة وأؤيدك في هذا الجانب بما يخص سلاسة الأنظمة وسهولة القوانين والإجراءات مع مختلف الفئات الاستثمارية على الصعيد الدولي. فإن إمارة الفجيرة خاصة أو عامة ودولة الإمارات عامة تتحلى بأنظمة وقوانين استثمارية. هنالك تطبيق فعلي لما يتعلق بتشجيع الاستثمار في الدولة، وهذا الشيء الكل أعتقد أنه بيشهد له.
شكرا لك. نشكر الدكتور خالد جزيل الشكر.
شكرا لك.
Thank you very much.
شكرا بارك الله فيك. شكرا.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khalid. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to kindly hand over the token of appreciation along with Mr. Adnan. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Khalid. That was Dr. Khalid Abu Sahur, General Manager, FSBC Fujairah, speaking on the opportunity to invest in the tax consulting sector in UAE. We'll move on to the next speaker. We have an international speaker for the day, Mr. Ajay Jalan, who has come from India, the founder and managing director, Next Orbit Ventures India. He'll be speaking on public-private participation, PPP, for the semiconductor fab ecosystem in India and the advantages for UAE investors. Mr. Ajay Jalan, Ajay has more than 20 years experience in the field of finance, operations and investment management. He has served as the Chief Operating and Chief Finance Officer of various Fortune 500 companies like Tata's, ACS, IFCI, i2 Technologies, etc. in India. He was also involved in making of the Government of India's semiconductor incentive policy for the semiconductor project. He holds the business degree of MBA from Ladbo University of Australia and also Indian Chartered Accountant and Company Secretary qualification with gold medal. He is further trained in Harvard, Indian Institute of Management, Indian School of Business and also Certified Director from Institute of Directors, United Kingdom. In 2012, he was founded $100 million Next Orbit Ventures Fund and currently raising more than $2 billion for its second fund to invest $10 billion semiconductor fab ecosystem projects in India. May we welcome Mr. Ajay Jalan, the founder and managing director, Next Orbit Ventures Fund from India. Most welcome, Mr. Ajay. Thank you.
Thank you, Anup. Good evening, everybody. Just waiting for the presentation to be loaded. First of all, I would like to thank IBMC to invite me and make this presentation. IBMC is our private placement partners for raising funds in the entire UAE and Middle East. About Next Orbit Ventures, the second fund of $2 billion is primarily focused on the semiconductors and electronic opportunity in India. As you all know, India is the second largest population in the world, and electronics is getting all pervasive. The consumptions of electronics is increasing tremendously. So is with India also. But the brain and heart of any electronics is the semiconductors, which is normally we call chips. It's there in cars, in laptops, mobile phones. Now we are talking about the driverless cars. It's coming in the IoTs and shortly into the smart homes and smart cities. And I need not to explain about how big India is in terms of the opportunity, but one figure is there that currently India is importing around $115 billion of electronics, which is expected to go to $400 billion by 2022. So that creates a tremendous potential for the India market, and currently Unlike China, the entire electronics is being imported. The local value addition is hardly 10 to 20%, and there is no semiconductor manufacturing unit in the country. So what we bring on the table, the Next Orbit Ventures, when I talk about semiconductors, one figure is that it costs something around $5 billion to $10 billion, depending upon how latest nodes that you are. And that's a big investment. Now, just getting a fab is not enough. It requires the investments into a lot of design companies, product companies, and component companies who can then together demand the chips from the fab. So what our strategy is that we will be having, or we'll be investing into a digital fab, an analog fab, and a solar fab, which comprises like 80 to 90% of the imports of India. And these three fabs cumulatively would require investments of around $7 billion. Thereafter, to feed those fabs, we need to invest to design companies who will be designing the chips, who will be designing the electronic products, and we'll also be investing into the other components like the glasses or the OLED glasses that you talk about, in the TV part or in your mobile, that the front glasses. So there are like around 180 to 200 products that goes in any electronic products. Now we'll be investing small amount with third-party promoter companies so that cumulatively they will drive the demand from those fabs. Such a big investment cannot be called upon or cannot be sustained without government intervention. In China, even after assembling almost 70% of the electronics for the world, the government of China is investing around $160 billion to get around 22 fabs so that their dependency on the chips get reduced. So Government of India has also called upon us on December 28, 2016 to present our proposal of a composite fabs and ecosystem projects. We did a detailed study. We went globally to find out the right technology partners. And finally, on August 21st, 2017, we have submitted our detailed proposal to Government of India, and we are in the process of getting an approval for that. To support that, Government of India provides lots of benefits. That is the contribution at a fund level, the capital subsidy and interest-free loans at a SPV level where the fabs will be there. Then there are tax and duty exemptions for the 15 years, both direct and indirect taxes. And in addition to that, they also provide infrastructure in utility services in terms of the fab park that will house those projects. And then an IP with these two states, the state of Andhra Pradesh and state of Gujarat. And currently we are in discussions with them who will be providing around 2,000 acres of land along with around 100 MLD of water and the power and other benefits. So those, the project can come depending upon either in the southern state of the country in the Andhra Pradesh or on the western part of the country in Gujarat. As far as our technology partners are concerned, for digital fab, we have signed up with AMD, which is the second largest consulting, the chip IP company in the world, and the UMC, which is the third largest foundry in the world. For analog fab, we have signed up with Tower Judge of the USA, and for solar fab with Centrothum of Germany. So these are the, in addition to those three fabs, as we said, we'll be investing in design companies and all that. So around an ecosystem of 50 companies will be investing more than $600 million. And one interesting part here is that the other big global companies like Infineon, Applied Materials, Foxconn, they are also interested and talking to us to be a part of this journey. We are expecting that the groundwork for these projects will start in the first quarter of 2018 after all the approvals from the government and also the market study that has been currently going on with Frost & Sullivan, which is the world leading marketing company. And the production is expected to start in 2 years time frame. Now, what is the advantage that Next Orbit brings into the table? Now, unlike many funds that we have seen or has been seeing, is that they just primarily focus on investments. And since I have been the CFO for large multinational companies for a long time, is that when we invest, we have to focus on that, like how we are going to make an exit, make returns and give it to our investors back. And exactly that is what we have done in our first fund. Out of 26 investments that we have done, more than 17 companies has been listed on a public platform where either they have gone for the IPO or they are ready for an IPO. And that ensures that most of the investments remains liquid and we give a better return to our investors. So as on 31st March 2017, which is the financial year for the fund, our average return to the investors has been more than 50% on a year-to-year basis. And we expect that this is something we will continue to do in the second fund. The principles or the culture that we have developed, that all our investments should be liquid and give a good returns to our investors. So not only we have funds on an unlisted platform, we also have a hedge fund or investments into funds for a liquid investment that is on the listed equities. Now this basically ensures that what we invest into unlisted companies gets ready for listed, and then once it gets listed, the returns can come to the investors. So we have both front end as well as the exit end funds into the pipeline. This is one of the case study. In India, currently the e-commerce is fiercely fought about market. You have been hearing about Flipkarts, you have been hearing about Snapdeal. And so we have also invested into one e-commerce company. When we invested, it was investment at $200 million. Today, in 2 years' time, that company has grown from $200 million to $1 billion. They have got the largest orders of Government of India GEM portal, wherein more than $50 billion of the government purchases will be done every year on that platform. And that investment has given us 3x return in light of where the big investors into those companies are seeing the erosion in their value. We have made 3x returns on this space. This is the team that we have. So, that myself is the founder of Next Orbit Ventures. Pawan Sharma, he brings the entire listed equity background. So, he ensures that all the unlisted investments that we do gets on the listed platform and gives a good returns to the investors. Sanjeev Taneja, he sits in the US and he brings the technology background to the semiconductor fabs. He has formed a company, run the company successfully, sold it to the Qualcomm, which is the largest chip supplier for the mobile phones, and has returned 35x to its investors. And the CEO of IBMC, Mr. Sajid Kumar, is also on an advisory board helping us to raise the money from the UAE and Middle East. So what is the opportunity, if the market is, or if the fund is focused for the investments in India, where is the opportunities for the UAE investors? So what we understand is that with the current government, Modi government, there is a very good relationship between Government of India and Government of UAE. We understand that recently the government of India and government of UAE also announced a $75 billion national infrastructure fund. So since this fund and the investments is also between government of India level, I think we have a good visibility with the government of UAE also supporting this initiative. At a fund level, we have a partnership with IBMC, and to ensure that all the UAE investors gets the right deal, we have been advised, and accordingly we have registered our feeder fund with Abu Dhabi Global Market also. So all the investments that will come from UAE and Middle East will be channeled through Abu Dhabi Global Market, and then it will get invested into India. Now, the fabs definitely will come in India because that's where the market is. But when we are talking about the ecosystem investments, so that is where we can look for the global investments or the investments in the UAE also for all such ecosystem companies who will be deriving the demand for the fabs. So at both government level, investors level, and a corporate level, there is a synergy in this fund for the UAE investors. And basically it creates a winning strategy that, there is an ecosystem strategy, the timing is right, and you have a world team. And this is a snapshot of the return that, the world has seen from the type of investment that this fund will be focusing on. So when we're talking about the fabs, there is 209% return over the period of 5 years from such investments globally. So if globally the 209% is the return, I think we'll be trying to exceed that. For the fabless, which is the designing companies, the return, the global companies have made 242%. That is the benchmark. And for other electronic product companies, it is around 77% return. So the returns from this industry is phenomenal, and the kind of the entire innovation space that it creates for the country, for the people involved into it, is tremendous. So we invite you to invest in NOVF2 and to participate in this liquidity property. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ajay. That was very informative session. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, to kindly lead the Q&A session, please. Meantime, any questions from the audience? We have Mr. Ajay Jalan. He's the head of NOV fund. So any questions, you can directly get it clarified from Mr. Ajay directly.
For the past 8 months' time, IBMC, along with NOV, we were trying to launch the first fund from Abu Dhabi Global Market to India. That we are raising nearly $2 billion from sovereign funds and the other HNIs across Middle East. So any question related to that? So thank you, Mr. Ajay Jalan, coming here and giving this wonderful presentation.
May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to kindly hand over a token of appreciation to Mr. Ajay Jalan. Mr. Ajay, thanks you once again for coming all the way from India and sharing this information with us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was Mr. Ajay Jalan, Founder and Managing Director of Next Orbit Ventures India, speaking on the public-private partnership participation for the semiconductor fab ecosystem in India and advantages for UAE investors. Our next speaker for the day is Dr. Monica Binod, the Senior Consultant, Neurosurgeon, Fujairah Hospital at Fujairah. Dr. Monica Binod will be addressing us on Fujairah upcoming opportunities in the healthcare industry. Dr. Monica Vinod is a senior consultant and head of the Department of Neurosurgery at Fujairah Hospital under the Ministry of Health in UAE. He has MBBS in 1987 and Medical College of Alleppey and MCH in Neurosurgery in 1993 at Sri Chitra Institute of Trivandrum, DNB and MNAMS from National Board of Medical Science in New Delhi, FCRS from Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons, Glasgow, UK, and has worked with Indo-American Hospital at Vaikom, Kerala, the Government Medical College at Alleppey, and Kerala Institute of Medical Science schemes in Trivandrum. He has presented papers in many national and international conferences and has edited a textbook on emergency management of trauma victims, a golden hour. Most welcome, Dr. Moni Kevinod. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think I am the odd one out here. I am not a businessman. I am working in the Ministry of Health as a neurosurgeon here. So I may not be able to tell you exactly what to invest and where to invest in the health sector. But since I am a person working in the medical field in Fujairah since 1998, I may be able to give you some idea what is the scope of the medical healthcare facilities in Fujairah. And I think among you, whoever is interested in the investment, I think you will have to do some homework on that and work on that. Coming to opportunities, opportunities are never lost. They are always taken by the people who are ready. Congratulations, best wishes and thanks to UAE India Business Fest 2017 and IBMC financial professionals for taking such a wonderful initiative. Talking about Fujairah, many of you are already aware, but then a few things for people who are not aware of Fujairah. It is one of the 7 Emirates of UAE, the area of 1,166 kilometers. Population is approximately 225,000 with an expatriate population of 137,000. I have written there approximately because the last census officially declared is in 2009 and the census at present is going on. The features of Fujairah, I think many of the speakers who have been here would have already told you. It is a beautiful place. That is why I am here since 1998. It is the second largest bunkering port in the world, just behind Singapore. Bunkering, as you know, is filling of fuel into the ship. So it is the second largest bunkering port in the world. It has got an airport and easy access to all the major cities like Dubai, 122 kilometers from here, Sharjah, 105 kilometers, and Abu Dhabi, 253 kilometers from here. So you can see that it is a well-connected city. And as I told you, since I have been here for the last 2 decades and more, around 2 decades, I can tell you there is a phenomenal growth which is happening in Fujairah, happened and continues to happen. Fujairah was never like this in 1998. That also I think many of the speakers would have highlighted by this time. I'm not going there. My role here is to describe the present status of healthcare scenario in Fujairah. Coming to that, let me tell you the major hospitals in Fujairah and the facilities available in these hospitals, and also the facilities which are lacking, facilities, manpower, and the armamentarium or the instruments lacking here, and a little bit of social aspects of medical care in Fujairah. The major hospital here, the biggest hospital, or let me tell you the flagship hospital of Ministry of Health in Fujairah is the new Fujairah Hospital, where I do my job. Fujairah Hospital has got a bed strength of 220. We have adult, pediatric and cardiac ICU intensive care units. There is a catheterization lab for coronary angiography, angioplasty. We have an MRI, a CT scan, an exclusive maternity and child hospital. There is a renal center where we can cater 16 with a 16 dialysis machine and other inpatient facilities. There is a dental center, and unusually there is another center known as a thalassemia center, because as the medical people may be knowing, thalassemia is a hereditary disease which is very common in this part of the world. To wake up the delegates who are sleeping, this is Fujairah Hospital in 1999 and 2012. My kids are there in front of them, and they are still grown up. Dibba Hospital is another hospital in the Fujairah area, maybe around 80-85 kilometers from here. It has got a bed strength of 180 adult and pediatric intensive care units, a CT scan, 24 hours emergency services, and a maternity facility. They don't have an MRI, so people from Dibba come to Fujairah for MRI scans. Masafi Hospital, another recently added hospital facility to Ministry of Health in this area, bed strength of 50. Actually, they have not started admitting too many patients now, but it is equipped with a CT scan, an intensive care unit, 24 hours emergency services, operating rooms, and a full-fledged maternity wing. Coming to hospitals in the private sector, before that, let me tell you, because of the terrain and the territory here, there are two other major hospitals, Kalba Hospital and Korfakan Hospital. Even though they don't come under Fujairah Emirate, they belong to Sharjah Emirate, but many patients go there. And many patients from Fujairah, Kalba, Korfakan come to Fujairah Hospital as well. And then our nearby country is Oman. So up to Sahur, there are no major hospitals. So in the border area, many of the Omanis are coming to Fujairah Hospital and the nearby hospitals for seeking medical health. So it is not a strict line. They can pass with a permission. Coming to Al Sharq Hospital, the major private hospital in Fujairah, it has got a bed strength of 100 with MRI scan, CT scans, intensive care unit, operating suites, 24-hour emergency services and all. It is a hospital which is growing up rapidly. Tumbe Hospital, another hospital previously known as GMC or Gulf Medical College Hospital. It is also in Fujairah with a bed strength of 30. It has got a CT scan, intensive care unit, maternity facilities attached to Tumbe Medical College, Ajman. So they have a lot of academic activities as well going on in that hospital. Clinics, we have private clinics, physiotherapy centers and dental clinics in Fujairah. Total number is around 120 in Fujairah and Dibba area. And primary health centers managed by the Ministry of Health and Prevention, 18. And again, for the prospective investors, some guidelines here, what is happening in Fujairah. The common surgical problems we encounter here are emergency, road traffic accidents, and worksite accidents. Road traffic accidents have significantly come down, let me tell you, in the last 10 years or so, because of the strict control of the rules, regulations, beautiful roads, safe cars, and more than that, an increased awareness among the expats as well as the local people about the accidents and the dangers. Significantly, it has come down in Fujairah area. Next is worksite accident. Again, another thing which could be significantly reduced because of general awareness and strict surveillance. Head injuries, spine injuries. As I am neurosurgeon, that is my interest. That is why I put as first. They are not the commonest. Then we have chest and abdominal injuries and limb injuries and fractures. We are well equipped in this zone. We can significantly manage most of these patients safely here in Fujairah. A very few patients need to be referred to other Emirates like better centers like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Elective operations done again in Fujairah area is weight reduction surgery, otherwise known as bariatric surgery. It is a very significant number actually. Fujairah Hospital is the second largest number of bariatric surgeries happening every year in the Ministry of Health. Gallbladder operations, otherwise known as cholecystectomy, laparoscopic surgery. Then circumcisions, because of religious reasons, is a very high number here. Appendicitis, limb fractures, head injury, spine injury, cosmetic plastic surgery, hernia varicose vein surgery, breast lumps and other swellings, prostate surgery, kidney stones, peptic ulcer, cancer of prostate, bladder, colon, rectum, breast, etc. So for a general crowd, you can understand that these are the common problems anywhere in the world, and they do exist in Fujairah as well. Thyroid swellings, disc prolapse surgeries, cerebral hemorrhage or stroke patients, brain tumors, pediatric hernias, and descended testes. These are other operations done. I think people would have introduced to Fujairah, landmarks in Fujairah, Fujairah Port, Dibba, Fujairah Roundabout, and the city overall view. The present modern facilities available in hospitals in Fujairah, I am telling you not to boast Fujairah Hospital. I am telling you to find out whoever is interested in investing in this area. Looking at this, they can decide their investment plans. All this area, we have 3 MRI scans, 2 in government sector and 1 in a private sector. We have CT scans 4, a catheterization lab for angiography 1, a laparoscopy is being done in 3 hospitals, dialysis facility in 3 hospitals, endoscopy in 3 hospitals, hospital intranet system well maintained, so even we can do communicate our data to not only in UAE, abroad also, and PAC system, picture archiving and communication system, by which X-ray done in the X-ray department or CT scan or MRI scan can be seen by the doctors and sisters sitting in the ward and the OPD, which was recently added to Fujairah Hospital. Most of the hospitals are connected with that. So if you want to get a second opinion from a radiologist sitting in the West or in India, it is easy. It is 1-minute job. He can see that and he can give the opinion. So that facility is also there. Now coming to the facilities which are not available or need to be added to our armamentarium. Fujairah, we don't have a cardiac surgery or thoracic surgery facility. We don't have a surgical oncology or cancer surgery. We don't have a pediatric neurologist or pediatric cardiologist. And another surgery, another facility which would have been there, the breaking of kidney stones using a technology known as lithotripsy. That is also missing here in Fujairah. This is a beautiful wadi in Fujairah. Coming to medical side, I was talking about the surgical side. Coming to the medical side, the common problems are exactly like in any other part of the world. Diabetes mellitus, hypertension, cholesterol diseases otherwise known as dyslipidemia, obesity or overweight, heart diseases otherwise known as coronary artery diseases, infections of varied nature starting from chest infection to urinary infection, blood infection, septicemia, whatever it is, there is no limit to that, especially since the incidence of diabetes is very high in this part. Naturally, infection also is very high here. Stroke, otherwise cerebrovascular accidents, kidney diseases related to diabetes. Many of the diabetics finally end up with the kidney diseases. Many patients with hypertension again end up with kidney diseases. So naturally, in any place where you have a high incidence of diabetes and hypertension, naturally there will be high incidence of kidney disease as well. And then asthma and bronchitis. It might be increasing still because Fujairah is a place where you have a lot of quarries. So that sand particles, and definitely this is a desert. So naturally the respiratory infections will be coming high in the list. Obesity is waiting because, as you know, Middle East is a rapidly developing part of the world. So naturally the negative effects of being rich fast, it is definitely there. So people are becoming obese. And obesity, actually, they say it is a more dangerous scenario than the global warming and bird flu or cancer, whatever it is. So that way, approximately 20 to 30% of people in this area are supposed to be overweight or obese. So that is one problem which is catching up fast. The facilities available to deal with these medical problems are, we have intensive care units in most of the major hospitals. We have endoscopic facility at least in 3 hospitals. Dialysis facility again in 3 hospitals. We have diabetic clinics in all the MOHP hospitals, and we have a cath lab to deal with heart disease patients. MRI and CT scans are there. EEG or electroencephalogram and nerve conduction studies is also available in one hospital, that is Fujairah Hospital. Again, what is missing in the medical scenario? On the medical diseases, we don't have an endocrinology department, the department which deals with hormones treatment, that is not there. Medical oncology or medical treatment of cancer patients, again missing. We need to send patients either to Dubai or to Tawam Hospital Align for cancer patients. Community social workers, I think with a lot of people working in the working class, expat years, undergoing the stress problems and all these things, and the life expectancy of the locals increasing. So it is not unusual to see 75, 80-year-old people walking into our clinic, local people. So they need geriatrics and psychological support. That is another area which is missing. Then another area is neurorehabilitation. We all know, we have heard about physiotherapy, but neurorehabilitation is not just simple physiotherapy. Patients who are having neurological problems secondary to head injury, spine injury and stroke, and even children with mental retardation, autism and all, they need a kind of a therapy which is known as neurorehabilitation therapy, which is no way near physiotherapy. It is something like a physiotherapy, but definitely it is a high superior quality treatment, and that is to be added in this area. That is one thing which is missing here. And then sleep lab. As I told you in the previous slide, obesity or overweight situation is increasing in this part of the world. So naturally, one problem which is associated with obesity is sleep disturbances. So they don't sleep in the night, they wake up frequently, and then next day morning when they come to their work, they will be feeling sleepy, their quality of work will be suffering, they will be unnecessarily angry, they will be depressed. All these problems can happen in patients who are obese, and those patients actually they need a sleep lab where you admit the patient in the night and see for the wake-up cycles and their monitoring, and you can plan accordingly. So that is one thing which is missing here. Then palliative care centers. Palliation, as you know, in terminal cancers or any other type of diseases where you cannot treat them, you cannot cure them, what they want is palliation. Palliation means you'll have to give them painkillers, you'll have to attend them for their daily activities, you'll have to help them, you'll have to give them psychological support, not only for the patient, even for the caretaker of the patient or the patient's sons or daughters or the family also needs support, psychological support. All these things put together, we call it a palliative care. Most of the modern places, and in India also, we have a lot of palliative care centers. So that is something, again, will have to be developed in Fujairah. This, I think, our guest from India should definitely go and visit this place, Al-Bidiyah Mosque, the oldest mosque in the area. And then coming to a few of these social problems, I think I'm not running out of time. There are a few problems we encounter, especially in this area. One is medical migration, we call. Patients going abroad for treatment. This is a very, very common scenario here. Mainly they are for two reasons. One, when the treatment is not available here, actually when the treatment is not available here, or in inverted commas, when the patient thinks that the treatment is not available here. That is a very funny situation. Then, what happens with the expatriates? When they have a problem, they want to be with their family. So, okay, doctor, we are willing to get operated by you in Fujairah Hospital, but unfortunately there is nobody to look after us. After surgery, who will look after? So, I'll have to go home. So, these are the two major problems happening in the medical scenario here. Again, this is another very good opportunity for people who are interested to invest. You can think about it. There are a lot of scope in these particular two problems. What is the danger of medical migration? See, lack of proper guidance. What happens? Many of you patients end up with the wrong hospitals and wrong doctors. They will be planning to go from here to Apollo Hospital or a major hospital in India. By the time they reach Hyderabad or Delhi, there will be some people misguide them, take them to a smaller hospital. They, oh, Apollo Hospital is very costly, or their complications are very high, and they mislead these people. They take them to a less known or poor quality hospital. They end up with a lot of unnecessary investigations, lot of unnecessary operations, procedures and all, and they come back to us with complications. We feel sorry for them. A patient who I have seen in the OPD, I offered him surgery. After 1 month, he is coming back with more pain. Doctor, sorry, we went to this hospital and we have more problems now because of the operation. There are plates and screws there, please get it removed. So this would have been avoided by if there was a proper guidance to these kind of patients. That is another zone which can be actively addressed to. Then a lack of opportunity for a follow-up. These patients, somehow they get a support. As you know, the government and the rulers here are very, very kind and supportive. So when a patient is having a problem, they go to the Diwan and naturally they will help their kind people. They give a permission for them to go to another country, get operated, they give enough money, fine. Once the operation is done and they have come back, naturally anybody who had a surgery will have to go back to his doctor for a follow-up. That may not happen because the system cannot support him again and again. By that time another patient, genuine patient is waiting in the queue. So naturally they never get an opportunity to see the doctor who operated upon them. That is a very, very significant problem. One option is to establish a proper referral track or referral system. So when a patient is having a problem, they go to an authority in the ministry or from the private hospital also, go to an authority where they get a proper guidance. Okay, this is your problem. These are the best hospitals in Germany, in Thailand, or in UK, or in India, or any other place. You go to this place and get operated. This is the doctor. So that kind of a particular direction, if it is given, I think that can significantly avoid this kind of complications. Then identify hospitals with ethics and expertise, not only the name. We all know that business, now it has become a major business. Medicine is a major business. So looking at the website, looking at the picture, looking at the building, you cannot assure that the quality of work there is going to be good. So two things are to be there, ethics and expertise. There will be a very good hospital with expertise, but the ethics may be missing. Or there may be a very good ethical hospital, but the expertise may be missing. So there should be a balance for this. And identify those kind of institutions, and somebody sitting here can liaison with them, and a proper reference channel can be adopted. So this is one thing which can be done. Establish authorized agencies for liaison. So this kind of cheating will not happen. As I told you, a patient from here going to Hyderabad, planning to go to a particular hospital, and then suddenly getting misled by agents and people there should not happen. Then another situation, I should congratulate the Ministry of Health in UAE, is that to avoid patients going abroad and getting treatment, it is a lot of manpower lost, a lot of money lost and time lost. To compensate for that, what they are doing is they are bringing expert doctors here to get them get treated here. That is going to be a regular affair. So again, people who are our companies who are interested in entering the healthcare sector field in UAE or in Fujairah, you can have discussions with the ministry, and you can present the curriculum vitae of very good doctors, and then you can have a negotiation with them, and they can be brought in here. They will do good quality work, and they are again coming back. So the patients are getting an opportunity to get operated by an expert and to get again followed up by the same expert. So that is another area to be seen. Another area to be developed, other areas to be developed are to establish a strong and effective medical insurance cover for all the patients. Now, as you know, by 2018, all the Emirates in UAE will be covered under, all people living in the Emirates of UAE will be covered under insurance. That is a very good system. And even now, it is mandatory to get a visa, you will have to produce a visa as an insurance policy. So what is the missing link there? See, problem is that many of the people are not willing to spend money significantly on this insurance. So the ministry has insisted on a very low premium insurance just to get a mandatory, to make it mandatory to get a visa. And they get it done, but then when they go to a hospital, the coverage is not enough. 20,000 dirhams, 30,000 dirhams, that is not enough for a significant treatment for a year. So that is one problem that is to be addressed, and more people should be encouraged to get insured. And the employer also should be encouraged to insure all of them. That very sad plight we have seen. Dr. Putur Rahman, our president, is here. We all get involved in this kind of social issues. A poor man, he is having a very small setup with 5 or 6 people working under him. He thinks that insurance is not very significant. And next day, one of the employees fall down from the construction site or meeting with an accident in the road. It is his responsibility to treat him. And final hospital bill comes at 50,000, 60,000. They go running to Puturji. What he can do about it? So these small industry people should be encouraged to take insurance adequately so that their staff's health will be taken care of. Ministry has its own limitations. 24 hours they give free treatment, but then treatment is costly nowadays and quality is costly. Second point is to develop an effective system for repatriation of sick patients. Again, another problem we always face. A man who has been working in this country for 25, 30 years, already had diabetes, hypertension, but never had an opportunity to get it controlled and go to proper treatment, finally end up with a stroke, one side paralyzed, and he is admitted to the hospital. Now, this patient, before death, he wants to go back to his country, and his relatives, they want to see him. But then when you go to an airlines, what is the charge? 25,000 to 45,000 dirhams is the charge, the cost they charge for transferring a patient in a bed. Or then we'll have to make them sit, okay, again, a wheelchair patient, again, significant expense. So this is one area, again, somebody should take initiative. Because if you have a comprehensive plan in the insurance plan for repatriation of patients as well as dead bodies, that can work out very cheap. Especially national airlines, if you have a contract with the national airlines, many of the countries it happen. And then this much cost will not come, and many patients are suffering in the hospital because of a lack of opportunity. When they are having a stroke, when they are not able to sit up, they'll have to wait. 1 month, 2 months they wait, at least to make them sit so that go in a wheelchair. But then, if it was done very early, they can go back to the country, they can have a physiotherapy, rehabilitation and everything. So this is one area, again missing. Systematically, we should have a system where sick expatriates can be repatriated to their country. I think I will stop at this level. Thank you very much for your kind hearing. I am here to answer your questions. Definitely don't ask me any questions related to business. I am not a businessman. If you want to ask me anything about the health sector, I am here to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Monica Vinod. That was really informative session and very valuable suggestions. May I request Dr. Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, to kindly lead the Q&A session.
Thank you, Doctor. It was really nice, and you had given a lot of messages where people should, especially expats, should take care from UAE. Any questions from audience? Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Moni, for the informative presentation, actually. I just want to elaborate on the first point that you have mentioned, that you are not a businessman. But all what you have mentioned here is opportunities for people who would like to invest in medical sector. First, there is the 3 points. The first point is the medical tourism. Nowadays, there is now new trend coming, that is medical tourism is being introduced to so many countries, and starting here from UAE, Sharjah and Dubai, they have started already implementing the medical tourism, where the doctors come here for a week, a month, wherever that tourists come to UAE, they come for medical treatment as well as for the tourism. So this is one opportunity. So whomever like a doctor from, let's say from India, would like to invest in this part of invest of this part as a medical tourism, then this is an opportunity. Second, are the infrastructure of the hospitals. any other investors in different sector would like to come here and stable in Fujairah and bring their families, there is a good hospital, there is a good system at some level. Yes, you have mentioned some facilities need to be added. That is, I think that can be worked out with the, by the time. So the third point is the opportunity is not just in Fujairah. It can start from Fujairah and then expand to the UAE. A big example like we had Mr. Tambi last time in Ajman. He's one of the examples that he has invested in Ajman. Started with a small business. Now he has in Dubai, he has in Sharjah, Ajman, everywhere. Now he's expanding. So these are the medical opportunities and of investment in business. I just wanted to elaborate this and help you with that business opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your extensive question. I think you are seriously listening to my talk. Thank you very much. Now, what the points are very, very valid. Actually, Dubai, as you know, it is one of the rapidly growing cities in the world. And naturally, along with any major city comes health tourism. Health tourism, as you know, people, they don't go only for treatment. So when the patient is admitted to a hospital, naturally the patient's relatives or accompanying people are there. So they will be going around and seeing the city, and they can have a lifetime trip to a major city. So definitely that way Dubai is doing very well. Dubai healthcare city, many of the private hospitals in Dubai, they are getting patients from the nearby countries. I think most of the countries actually they have very good healthcare facility in the GCC area. But there are some areas where you can still tap is Sudan and African countries, many other places you can still have a significant.
We need the most here in Fujairah. We want to bring them here.
Yeah, that is what. Fujairah, as you said, Fujairah has got another importance is that always we have seen the same thing happens in India. It is always easy to develop a new system, to implement some new things in a small place. The administration, the local administration and the local rulers are very helpful. So a person who is coming to invest in Fujairah, I think he will have minimum hassles when compared to other major city, because they have many other things to do. But here it will be easy. So that is one point actually we should highlight. It will be easy for investors to come here and invest. Other doctors coming here and investing in hospitals, I don't think it is a very good idea, because medicine and the hospitals and all requires huge investment. It will be much better than that for a doctor from India, if he wants to extend these services to this country, to come, as you said correctly, as a visiting consultant. So what our country can do is to facilitate the procedures of getting a visiting consultant, his license and procedures. So if it is there, he can come here, he work in a private hospital and do things.
Also, there is a part of like funding part from the IBMC, where it can help also the investors and people who would like to establish some business. Mr. Sajid can elaborate more on this.
Sure.
That also will help them. Maybe you said, okay, the cost is what matter some doctors, yes, but there is also a program for that.
It can be done. Another thing is our ministry is actually again having an open structure now. Many of the facilities in the hospital itself, for example, CT scans, MRI scans, laboratory and all, now they are outsourcing. So if anybody is not willing to take over the whole Fujairah hospital, he can come and take over the lab, he can take over the X-ray department. And since the insurance people are paying, so he doesn't have to worry about payment.
So yes, that's the business as
well.
Yeah, actually, Mr. Adnan was mentioning about that. Any other question? Actually, I need to ask a series of questions because I was also listening such a way. The medical tourism, as he mentioned, that's what the one question. Second, considering the future, the expansion plans of Fujairah, whether the existing that hospital setup is sufficient or not. So, Doctor, you were mentioning about that. So some areas are not concentrated so far. That is okay. At present, for the general thing, whether this setup is okay, or the business people or investors, they can able to enter into that for the investments.
Definitely, scope will be increasing because, as I was telling before, we had the last census in 2009. The total population of Fujairah was 153,000. And from there, now it has gone to 225,000. It's a rapidly growing community. So naturally, the prospects will be more. And as I told you, let it not happen, but then the medical diseases like hypertension, diabetes among the expats, psychological problems, obesity, and all always in the rise everywhere in the world. So naturally, the prospects will be increasing. And the ministry actually has not invested in this type of specialities which I mentioned. Yeah. It is not because of their, they are aware, but then it is not cost effective. So yeah. When you have an endocrinology department and you don't have enough patients there, it is not cost effective. Whereas when this health tourism happens, as he suggested rightly, and when the insurance companies are willing to help more, then that field also can develop significantly. So I don't think we should not be depending on that patient-doctor ratio in this situation. Yeah, here it should be much better than that.
Other question, using the advanced technology, we were discussing about that technology factors a lot of things. So in the medical sector, doctor, you were mentioning about that now the visiting that the doctors were coming here and they were serving to this region. So instead of that, what is your views on the new technologies like the video conferencing, those kind of things, if it is happening, this, wherever that we are seeing the lackness, whether it can be improved?
Yeah, two ways it can be done. One, anyway, since he is very much interested in the health sector, I can tell you, one major thing which is happening in medicine now is robotics. Robotics means I have a patient here in Fujairah and I have a robot. I am fixing the robot and the neurosurgeon sitting in New York or in London can operate on this patient. This is something, so the distance doesn't matter there. One. Second thing, you were talking about other facilities. Facilities, many of these visiting doctors, their major instruments they can bring along with them because it is a very, very free country. So if a neurosurgeon working in Finland, last week we had a visiting a neurosurgeon coming from Finland, he was carrying his instruments along with him. It saved a lot of money for the ministry. If the ministry was supposed to buy that instrument, it would have been 85,000 dirhams. Instead of that, the gentleman, he brought it with him. And our airport and the customs is so safe and simple. They asked him, what is this? This is my surgical instruments. Fine, carry on. They did not stop him from going. So those kind of things can be utilized. They can bring their instruments, endoscope and other things.
Yeah. The last question about 3D printing. 3D printing is also coming up in such a level for that, the bones or that teeth and all these kind of things are coming up. The 3D printing.
3D printing. Yeah.
3D printing. What is your views on that?
3D printing actually again another more than robotics. I think it will be a very, very useful technique in. I think that is one thing again missing in this part of the world, but definitely that will be very, very, very useful. One example I can tell you, we have patients with accidents. They have a crushed bone in the skull. So if you remove that bone, then later on we'll have to do that, we'll have to put something back to protect the brain, isn't it? So nowadays we use titanium mesh and some cement kind of material, which is called a bone cement. They are all actually not good quality things. The new thing is coming is because that won't come to the regular shape of the skull. We are not artists, we are only surgeons. But still we manage somehow. But then if you have a 3D printer, you give the CT scan of the patient to the computer and you have a 3D printer. 3D printer will print the skull in the same shape and the contour. So that can be used in children with a skull abnormal shape. And prosthesis, when somebody is having a fracture and he wants a brace for his leg, usually we buy it from the market. But if you have a 3D printer, you can just print a processor for this patient and for the other patient, it will be totally different. You don't have to have a mold. If you have a mold, you can use only that same shape. So 3D printer is another major place where you can invest if you are interested.
So UAE India Business First Fujairah is providing the investment and business opportunities in the medical sector. So Indian business people and investors, they can come straight away to Fujairah for developing their expertise in the medical sector. So thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Thank you.
One more question is there?
Yeah.
One more question,
wants
please.
to ask a question.
Yeah.
refusing to give me my medication.
Yeah, this is actually in another context I answered this question. So the ministry is very liberal to buy medicines and keep doctors and keep instruments and all, but that is all calculated according to the cost effectiveness. So when there are maybe in like your situation, there may be 4 or 5 people with this problem coming to Fujairah hospital. So they may not be having to get ready with the medications there. Because most of these people, this is what I was telling in the beginning, most of these people when they have such a major operation, they think themselves, you are a very dynamic person, I should appreciate that. Most of the people think that, oh, I had a liver transplant surgery, I will go back and take rest. So they go back. If it is definitely if it is a national patient, they have their own system of getting it from Abu Dhabi or Dubai. But definitely it can be done. Once you register with the hospital and once you have this problem and your medicine is required, it is only, the difficulty is only in the initiation of the process. Once it is initiated, I think thereafter it will be available. And especially with the introduction of insurance to the hospital, starting from 2018 January, I don't think that anything will not be available there. Everything will be available there.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moniki Vinod, for that wonderful presentation and very valuable suggestions and information. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to kindly hand over a token of appreciation to Dr. Moniki Vinod. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Before we move on to the next session, may I announce the arrival of His Excellency Dr. Mohammad Saeed Al-Kinti, the former Minister of Environment and Water. His Excellency has already arrived. On behalf of all of you, let me welcome His Excellency to our program. We'll move on with the next session, and the industry seminar is followed by our industry panel discussion. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Kindly be seated. Thank you. We'll have the industry panel discussion right now, followed by the industry seminar. And before that, we just need to make an announcement of the National Pension Scheme by the Government of India. Before we start the panel discussion, we just need to make an announcement of the India Government National Pension Scheme for non-resident Indians. It is a beneficial scheme which the Government of India has announced for the benefit of expatriate community in UAE. In fact, during our sessions in Ajman Emirate of UAE India Business Fest, the Pension Fund Regulatory Authority Chairman Hemant Contractor has announced the launch of non-resident India's National Pension Scheme for the benefit of NRIs. This is the central government scheme which is fully regulated by the Government of India, and in that the regulatory authority is directly controlling the same, where Pension Fund Regulatory Authority, the Government of India's regulatory body, is controlling the entire activities of this national pension scheme, whereas IBMC is the corporate social responsibility part. We are giving the service support here in UAE, and State Bank of India is acting as the POP, the point of presence, to give this service to non-resident Indians across the GCC. So in this regard, the main points to be highlighted is that it's a central government scheme. It has already been enjoyed by the central government staffs and state government staffs back in India, directly by the Pension Fund Regulatory Authority and not by any private company. It's a direct central government scheme, which is now available for the non-resident Indians across GCC. And another thing is that any individual with a minimum investment of monthly 500 rupees also can join this particular scheme with a minimum contribution of nearly 6,000 Indian rupees in a year. So anybody, even a low income group, can also take the benefit of this particular scheme from the central government of India. That is already available here. And to give this facility, since there is no commissions or agencies associated with this particular thing, we have trying to create channels through the associations and like-minded agencies who can make it reach to the public at a very low cost. Then only this can be operational. So in this regard, already a couple of money exchanges has already agreed to associate for this particular program to give the DD service and other things. And yesterday, already Ahalya Money Exchange has already signed the agreement for giving this service to entire UAE. Already we have with us today the Ahalya Exchange officials from Fujairah. They are ready to give any further service on this particular aspect for anybody who wants to take the national pension scheme from Fujairah Emirate. May I request them to kindly come forward. Ahalya Money Exchange representative, they are already available here, and they have mentioned that their office is in the main town itself. It is available. Ahalya Exchange office is available. So Ahalya Money Exchange, anybody who wants national pension scheme, this week onwards, you can approach them so that the application forms and everything will be available. You can give the services from here itself by taking the DD or TT. You can start taking the benefits of this national pension scheme. Thank you very much for joining us today. With this particular note, I just to mention that any further information on this national pension scheme, it will be available in our counter there in this session. Our people are available there. They will be able to guide you. And any further information on this particular thing, it's a central government scheme. Pension Fund Regulatory Authority's website itself, all the informations are available. So anybody can go to the particular website and see that everything is transparent. All the Q&A, everything is available there. Thank you very much. We are quickly moving on to the industry panel discussion. For that, let me welcome our moderator for the day, Mr. Dhawal G. Nadedkar. The stage, please. Mr. Dhawal G. Nadedkar, the Managing Partner, Prudential Auditing and Chartered Accountants. Our topic for the panel discussion is non-oil sector, the business and investment opportunities in Fujairah Emirate. May I also request Dr. Khalid Abu Sahar, the General Manager of Fujairah Shares and Bonds, to join the stage, please. I also request Mr. Adul Vaya, the Managing Director of 40 Travels Fujairah, to kindly join the stage, please. Let me also welcome Mr. Adnan Muhammad bin Abdullah, the Managing Director of HN and Bahanas UAE, to kindly join the stage for the panel discussion, please. I'll help. So let us start the panel discussion on non-oil sector, the business and investment opportunities in Fujairah Emirate. May I welcome the panel members. To start the discussion, let me welcome the moderator, Mr. Dhawal G. Nadedkar, to start the session. Over to Mr. Dhawal G. Nadedkar. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being a part of this discussion. We have an interesting panel here. We had a gentleman who was from the traditional brick and mortar industry, who was into ready mix and contracting, but he is not with us now. However, we have three people also who are from totally non-oil regions. Dr. Khalid with me. He is from the stock exchanges, capital markets. Mr. Atul from the travel industry, tourism. Mr. Adnan from IT. Totally non-oil related. Thank you very much for being a part of the session. To start with, I would like to know your views on the level of non-oil business possible. What size of non-oil business is possible with reference to Fujairah? Where do you see it, I mean, as a size?
Okay. First of all, I would like to emphasize on the point that today UAE government, they are aware about the future economy, and they have set plans and strategies for the upcoming 10 years. By 10 years from now, by 2030, we have two different plans. There's 2020, there's 2025, there's 2030. So this plan was set to determine the new opportunities, which is non-oil sectors opportunities, to be developed in the countries and different emirates. And in terms of Fujairah, today one of the speakers mentioned that Fujairah port is one of the elements of the non-oil industries. One of the second biggest port around the world after Singapore port. So emphasizing on the import, export of the goods. So we have a very strategic location of a gateway or a pass from the east to UAE, and from the UAE to the west. So talking about different sectors, emphasizing on technologies. Today, UAE government talking about smart government, means implementing the technology in, talking about the infrastructures, using even smart investment on the infrastructures like education, health, and even trade sectors. And nowadays we see that they're emphasizing more on manufacturing and industry area. So the more that we grow, the more that we see in UAE is changing towards that. So the oil will be just consumed by 20%, and the 80% will be for the non-oil sectors.
To add to the question, when you said the size of investments opportunity possible in this region, I would like to emphasize that there are two aspects of investing when you look at an investment from Fujairah. One is keeping Fujairah as your infrastructural base, basing your business here and focusing to outside market, like a local business, which you can take an example of Microsol, which is producing here and exporting outside, using this as a base and targeting the sales target market is outside. For them, Fujairah provides excellent facility with low cost of infrastructure, ease of operation, ease of doing business. In other words, if you look at Fujairah as the local market where you want to operate the business here, your end customer is here, your product is sold here, then the size of business I would look at as Fujairah, considering the ratio of population here, would be mostly SMEs. Otherwise, like my colleague said, Fujairah port, which is a very big opportunity, providing gateway to all the trade or all the traffic coming from the east. Definitely Fujairah port holds a very big opportunity in terms of investment. Apart from all this, as tourism, for the sector that I specialize, I expertise in, there is definitely a very big opportunity to look at Fujairah as an alternate destination. If you go back in time from 5 years from now, or 5 years ago, or maybe little bit longer, like 10 years ago, Dubai was consistently looking for a strategy to create Dubai as at that time Dubai was a 3-night destination, that people would come here, spend 3 nights and go back to their country, or 4 nights and go back to their country. They did fantastic job in creating multiple activities, entertainments, recreational parks, various different activities and sightseeing attractions, so that people started coming to Dubai for longer period, for 5 to 6 nights. This doubled the revenues in terms of inbound tourism for Dubai. Similarly, if you add small activities, small infrastructure in terms of entertainment, adventure parks, wellness spas in Fujairah and around, and create 1 night or 2 night activities in Fujairah, it can add value, complement to those tourists already coming to Dubai, extending their stay to Fujairah, considering this is geographically a totally different location as compared to Dubai, which is more towards futuristic cities, highly developed cities, whereas Fujairah is still close to nature, close to the ocean and mountains. It is very attractive to the tourists. So tourism, of course, I would look at as a very sizable investment opportunity. Sir, you would.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بداية شكرا جزيلا مستر دوال. Thank you for your respects and for your questions. بالنسبة لموضوع يتعلق أو حجم التجارة المحتملة في إمارة الفجيرة في المستقبل القريب. أعتقد بأن إمارة الفجيرة تشهد تنوع في شتى المجالات. هنالك توجه حقيقة من قبل الحكومة من خلال تنظيم وتسهيل الإجراءات والأنظمة والقوانين لجذب المستثمرين على الصعيد الدولي. هذا التوجه حقيقة بدأنا نشهده. هنالك فرص استثمارية في عدة مجالات. قطاع الإنشاءات، وهذا ما نراه على أرض الواقع حقيقة. نشهد تطور ملحوظ في إمارة الفجيرة على مستوى القطاع الإنشائي، ما يتعلق بتعبيد الطرق وتوسعة الطرق ومزيدا من المباني والاستثمارات العقارية التي بدأت تتولج في إمارة الفجيرة. من هنا يمكننا القول بأن إمارة الفجيرة تشهد نوعية مميزة وحديثة من الإطار العمراني الذي بدأنا أن نشهد فيه نقلة نوعية خلال السنوات الأخيرة. باعتقادي أن إمارة الفجيرة تشهد جانب قوي جدا بما يتعلق بموضوع السياحة. هنالك توجهات واستثمارات بدأت فعلا تدشن في هذه الإمارة. لا يمكنني البت بموضوع الحجم كرقم، أنه حجم الاستثمارات المحتملة في الإمارة، لكن كل ما بإمكاني قوله بأن الإمارة فعلا تشهد نشاط قوي، نشاط تنموي في عدة مجالات قد تختلف من قطاع العقاري والإنشائي والقطاع التعليمي أيضا، وهذا شيء طيب حقيقة. بدأنا نشهد هنالك توجهات من قبل المستثمرين من الخارج الإمارة أو من خارج الدولة أيضا. هنالك توجه الأنظار حول البنية التحتية والمسائل المتعلقة في تطوير الموارد البشرية تحديدا. بدأنا نشهد حقيقة توجهات نحو الارتقاء بالمستوى التعليمي والأكاديمي والمعرفي، ونأمل أيضا بأن يكون هنالك توجهات في الاستثمارات المعرفية والتركيز على الجوانب التعليمية والأكاديمية التي من شأنها النهوض بالإمارة والمجتمع المحلي للإمارة. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you very much.
You want to repeat it in English a little bit? There is one common thing about all our three participants. Mr. Adnan, he is into IT, but he has a global customer base. He addresses the needs of customers irrespective of their geographical location. The same is done by Mr. Atul. Mr. Atul, in his travels business, he approaches not only customers but also resellers in different geographical locations, and he links them together. And the same goes with Dr. Khalid. I have seen the growth of his company from a share broking firm to a firm which today engages in global securities. So, to the extent that it is admissible under the law, they have approached customers from various angles. For the benefit of our viewers, of our audience, I would like to know about your journey from a local player to a global player, and what kind of tools or processes did you implement, and an example of the difficulty that you might have faced during this journey, either time, funds, reach, various things. Now, these are things which people in any other small town would like to do, but it is very, very relevant to Fujairah, especially because of the government being very proactive about information technology, about doing things in especially the non-oil sector and the IT sector. We are having so many applications for every government department where you can practically run your entire office on your mobile. And at the same time, with the other advantages like the logistics support and the good internet connectivity.
In terms of the journey of the business that we have done, first of all, the facilities available today in the countries, in each Emirate, it's like, you know, there's different and facilitating the services or the company information or registration, but all of them like has an easy way to access. That is first thing. Second thing is the government support. The government, they always come up with the new initiatives, give us the opportunity to approach, you know, different countries and different customers outside the country, or different investors from outside the country, and then do the business for them from here. So people also, whenever that they hear about initiatives, let's say companies outside in Europe or in Europe, they hear like there is a companies in UAE, there's a certain business which is not available there, or it must be under a good regulation. For instance, our journey that we are working in technology, the new technologies such as augmented reality, virtual reality, the Internet of Things. We got some inquiries from Europe. So how did they come to know? Of course, I mean, there was like part of communication, but some of the customers they came and searched in UAE for a company to do for them these technologies. So that is an opportunity. Whenever that you hear, they go online, they check. This is an opportunity. Why they're choosing UAE companies? There is a trust there that is built by the government, and by the quality of the work comes from the UAE. The marketing of the UAE industry and the variety of different investors. It comes from the east and the west and the west, and they come and establish here in the UAE. So a customer would like to look at the opportunity in the UAE market more. And first, the most important point is the trust, you know, in the company, because they know if they don't get their service done, and if they have paid or something, they can't get their, you know, rights back. They can come here and they can complain, and you know, things. So things are regulated, and that's one of the important things. So the journey, as you mentioned, this is, I mean, so we got customers from different countries. GCC, of course, outside, as I mentioned, Europe. So yes, I mean, we got orders from Australia. So that this distance, and when we get approached by these customers, I mean, we know that is the infrastructure of trust being built. So that is also. from our side. Yeah.
Sure. In the journey of basically our business journey so far, I have not really faced any challenges which are pertaining to existence in this region. So being in this region, I think government provides excellent support in all terms, in terms of sourcing finance, in terms of marketing, reaching out to the audience or your potential clients from this region, in terms of setting up business, operating business, hiring people, firing people. In all terms, I think there is excellent support that is far better as compared to most of the countries in the world. Especially operating businesses here which are targeting the local market, or the end users are your residents, expatriates, whether or nationals in the UAE. You have very easily accessible, these potential customers are very easily reachable through all digital platforms, which makes your marketing cost very, very affordable, where more than 80% of UAE's resident or national or expatriate population is on mobile devices. So highest penetration on mobile devices here, which is definitely because of the government's infrastructure built with a vision from many years ago. So technically, I have not really faced any business challenges. It has been a very smooth journey. Challenges, if there were all self-made. Thank you.
Let me comment on one point here in this subject. In my opinion, UAE government, they provide facilities for all persons who is staying in United Arab Emirates or the foreigner. Any investor, he have good chance, and he have good chance to be set up his company here. The rules is too much easy for all persons who are looking to invest and set up their company here in United Arab Emirates. There are two main things. First, through government, I mean normal government, or there are chance also if the holder looking for hold 100% company here. They can set up the company in free zone without any limitation. That's it.
Thank you very much. For the convenience of the audience, I would like to tell you that all our three participants, they are into a services sector where they do provide services to businesses and individuals in their respective fields. Due to lack of time, I would like to thank you all. I would thank you all also. And the panelists are available for your direct inquiries whenever you need them. They are on all social medias. They're among the most actively present on the internet. So, and plus you will exchange their details now. And thank you very much, everybody.
Maybe an audience have any question or something. Audience, any question from the audience? So this is an opportunity here too.
Yes, anybody has any questions?
Yeah, there's a question.
You do.
شكرا جزيلا. This is not question, this is not please. فيما يخص الاستثمارات وحجم الاستثمارات، أنا أرى الموضوع هو ليس في الحجم وإنما يقاس بنوع الاستثمارات، لأنه نوع الاستثمارات هنا هي اللي راح تعطينا حقيقة إمكانية التوسع العمودي في ذلك الاستثمار. لأن لو وجدنا أو حولنا هذه الأرقام اللي الآن موجودة الاقتصادية الموجودة في إمارة الفجيرة، حولناها لأعمدة بيانية، سنرى هناك أعمدة مرتفعة جدا وأعمدة منخفضة جدا. وهذه حقيقة هو ليس المطلوب التساوي بالمشاريع، وإنما المطلوب التفحص ودراسة وتحليل نوع الاستثمار. مثلا نأخذ الصناعات التحويلية، مثلا أي نوع من الصناعات التحويلية موجود أو ما موجود أو موجود وضعيف. هنا هذه الدراسات تأتي بهذا الجانب. المشاريع السياحية ما عدد المشاريع السياحية، ما أنواعها. تأتي هنا الدراسة لتحلل هذا النوع قبل العدد وقبل الحجم، لنرى أين هذه المشاكل أو العقد التي موجودة في هذه الصناعة اللي هي صناعة السياحة، وأين تكمن أو نقاط القوة في هذا الاستثمار، والذي لم يستثمر أو الذي استثمر وضعيفا. هنا علينا أن نتبحث حقيقة، نضع خارطة في الإمارة، ولندرس هذه الاستثمارات دراسة تحليلية حتى نخرج أو نصل بالنتيجة إلى وضع خطة ولتكن خمسية لوضع برامج تقوي بعض الاستثمارات الموجودة أو تلغي بعض الاستثمارات إذا لم تكن الحاجة. وهناك استثمارات حقيقة موجودة في الدولة ولا توجد في الإمارة. هنا هذا التنوع في الاستثمار هو يعتبر المقياس الأساسي قبل أن يكون حجم الاستثمار. وهذه وجهة نظر، وبارك الله بكم.
شكرا دكتور، شكرا. Just summarizing of what doctor was mentioning, he was just emphasizing on a type of investment rather than the size of the investment in Fujairah. So the more different investment in the Emirate, the more business opportunities can be created for investors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, audience. Thank you, panelists.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dawal Mandekar, Managing Partner of Prudential Auditing and Chartered Accountants, Dr. Khalid Abu Sahar, the General Manager of Fujairah Shares and Bonds Company, Mr. Antul Vaya, the Managing Director of 40 Travels Fujairah, and Mr. Adnan Mohammed bin Abdullah, the Managing Director of H&N and Bahanas UAE, for that wonderful panel discussion. And with this particular note, we are moving on to our industry seminar session. So the next will be our industry seminar session, and shall we just make the stage arrangement a little bit change? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to our industrial and business seminar, and let me take this opportunity to welcome our special guest for the day, our industry guest of honors. Let me take this opportunity, with your permission, to welcome our special guest, His Highness Sheikh Ibrahim bin Abdullah Al Sharqi, His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Saeed Al Kindi, former Minister of Environment and Water, UAE, Ms. Amna Sabar Al Dahimi, the board member of Fujairah Tourism Department, Dr. Putur Rahman, Manager, Private Department of Ruler of Fujairah, Mr. Sajid Kumar PK, our CEO and CEO and Director of IBMC, to the stage, please. Sir, please welcome. To start the official sessions of Industrial and Business Seminar, may I request Mr. Sajid Kumar PK, our CEO and MD of IBMC Global Networks, to kindly give the opening remarks and a special mentioning about the UAE India B2B Center initiatives and support to the Fujairah Emirate. Please, Mr. Sajid Kumar PK.
From morning onwards, we were discussing about the opportunities where the investors can come into this Fujairah region, and business people can also come and start their business in diversified mode. Definitely, IBMC side, we are happy to support the domestic players from India and UAE to elevate their status from domestic to international by the way of providing the complimentary registration at our portal uaeindiab2b.com. We have already started in 2017 January onwards for providing UAE India B2B Center, where who all are registering from India, if they are coming to UAE, we are taking their the point of contact responsibility, and from UAE who all are going to India, and our India center will take the responsibility as point of contacts until establishing their business network or investment network back in India or in UAE. On the other side, the exploring the new opportunities, also representing the Bombay Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange Institute and ILNFS and other reputed organizations from India. We are happy to take initiative to bring the big investors from India, big business people from India to start their business, especially in Fujairah region. So we are sure that we can able to provide the result. We are focusing for more result and supporting from MNC to SME, MSME sector. Definitely IBMC team members can able to support the upcoming players from India and UAE to start the new non-oil sector companies back in Fujairah. Thank you so much.
Before we move on to the speech of our eminent personalities who is present here, may I request Mr. Sajid Kumar, our CEO, to kindly distribute the guest of honor token of appreciation to our special guest. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to kindly hand over the token of appreciation as industry guest of honor to His Highness Sheikh Ibrahim bin Abdullah Al Sharqi. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to hand over the token of appreciation to His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Saeed Al Kinti, the former Minister of Environment and Water UAE. So please accept our industry guest of honor. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to hand over the industry token of appreciation to Ms. Amna Sabir Al-Danani, the board member of Fujairah Tourism Department. May I request Mr. Sajid Kumar to hand over the industry guest of honor, a token of appreciation to Dr. Putur Rahman, the manager of the private department of the ruler of Fujairah, please. Now, may I invite Madam Amna Sabir Al-Danani, the board member of Fujairah Tourism Department, to kindly speak on the topic, the tourism and business opportunities, a special focus to Fujairah Emirate. Madam has already initiated a lot of business opportunities, business ventures in Fujairah, and recently she has taken the keen initiative to bring Bombay Stock Exchange Institute special training programs in Fujairah by signing an MOU to start the value-added tax certification programs. During the program, the World Skills Summit, which has happened in Abu Dhabi, the BSc CEO, Mr. Ambarish Datta, and Madam has officially entered into the agreement. She has taken a lot of initiatives to bring in the Indian companies in Fujairah. And with your permission, let me welcome Ms. Amna Sabir Al-Danani to speak on tourism and business opportunities, a special focus to Fujairah Emirate. Madam, please welcome.
Threat has been detected.
I think it's not opening, madam. It's not opening, madam. It shows there is a problem in start. Let me just check one second. It's showing there is a virus problem, I think. Open on the disk open on the do you have a write-up? please, I'll put, because it's not. I'll put this in the main screen. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم جميعا. تحياتي للجميع، لجميع الحضور، من شرفنا بالحضور صباحا ومن شرفنا بالحضور هذا المساء. سيداتي سادتي، سعيدة اليوم بتواجدي في هذا المهرجان، وبالفعل أنا سعيدة لأن أول مرة تتاح لي هذه الفرصة حتى أكون جالسة آخذ خبرة جهابذة البزنس مان، سواء كان في القارة الهندية أو كان على مستوى دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. الفجيرة تعتبر فتاة صغيرة جميلة يافعة، هي ما زالت تتجهز حتى تصبح أجمل عروسة على ساحل خليج عمان. شكراً. آمنة الضنحاني، عضو هيئة الفجيرة للسياحة والآثار، مدير عام مركز النجوم للتدريب. السياحة في الفجيرة، أو ما هي العوامل التي ممكن أن تكون دافعاً للسياحة الاستثمارية في إمارة الفجيرة؟ واسمحوا لي على هذه الكلمة لأنني يعني سأتحدث من واقع معرفتي ومن واقع وجودي في الهيئة منذ عام 2009 إلى الآن. طبعاً حرصت حكومة الفجيرة حرصاً كبيراً على أن تكون الفجيرة على خارطة السياحة العالمية، وهذا طبعاً لم يأتي من فراغ، وإنما جاء نتيجة اهتمام سمو حاكم الفجيرة حفظه الله الشيخ حمد بن محمد الشرقي وولي عهده الشيخ محمد بن حمد الشرقي. هذا الاهتمام الذي جعل هذا المهرجان ينطلق اليوم من إمارة الفجيرة. سيداتي، مقومات الاستثمار في إمارة الفجيرة. طبعاً أنا كنت محضرة شرايح، لكن للأسف يعني نعتذر أنه ما سيتم العرض، لكن إن شاء الله نرتجل. الموقع الجغرافي لإمارة الفجيرة، بكوني أنا كنت معلمة لمادة الدراسات الاجتماعية ومعلمة لمادة التاريخ، دائماً كنت أقول حق طالباتي الموقع الجغرافي ما نتكلم عنه بغير أنه هو سيكون له شأن، سواء كان لإمارة الفجيرة أو كان لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. دائماً أقولهم انظروا إلى الخريطة. طبعاً إحنا لو تخيلنا خريطة دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، لو تخيلنا عن قرب خارطة إمارة الفجيرة، سنجد أن الفجيرة تتمتع بموقع استراتيجي هام، لأنها تقع على مياه بحر العرب، ولأنها تجاور المحيط الهندي. فنحن وشعب القارة الهندية دائماً وأبداً في تواصل، سواء كان في التجارة أو كان في الثقافة أو كان في تبادل الحضارات. فإذن الموقع الجغرافي لهذه الإمارة أهلها أن تكون هي من تملك الآن ومن تزاحم على أن يكون ميناء الفجيرة هو الأول عالمياً، وموقع الفجيرة هو الذي سيؤهلها أن يكون لها مكانة مرموقة في الاستثمار العالمي. نعم، في الاستثمار العالمي. 2020 إن شاء الله تعالى سيكون للفجيرة، كما طبعا عرضوا الإخوة قبل ذلك، أنه الاستثمار قائم والفجيرة فاتحة أبوابها من خلال الموقع الجغرافي. إذن الموقع الجغرافي يحتوي البحار، يحتوي القنوات المائية، يحتوي السواحل، يحتوي الجبال، وهذا كله مكون للبيئة الجغرافية لإمارة الفجيرة. فطبعا استغلت هذه العوامل، هذا العامل استغلال جيد واستغلال ممتاز من خلال طبعا جهود هيئة الفجيرة للسياحة والآثار، والمتمثلة طبعا في جهود الحكومة. أولا، المنتجعات التي نراها والفنادق التي تزيد على 10 فنادق من 5 إلى 7 نجوم هي دليل على أن الفجيرة قادمة على استثمار جيد في مجال السياحة والاستثمار. الاستراحات على طول طبعا الساحل، فأصبحت الفجيرة مقصدا لرجال الأعمال. ثانيا، المقوم الثاني حتى تصبح الفجيرة قاعدة استثمارية، الطبيعة الساحرة. طبيعة إمارة الفجيرة، عندنا جبال، هذه الجبال في الفجيرة لا تمتلكها أي إمارة أخرى. عندنا جبال طبعا شتاها يعني يشبه بشتاء مدن فرنسا والمدن الأوروبية. وطبعا هذه الجبال عندما ينظر إليها الناظر سيجد من خلالها أن هناك يعني استثمارات واعدة لهذه الإمارة في مجال الجبال. احنا يعني نزور يعني بلدان أوروبية وبلدان آسيوية وغيرها، نجد أن هذه الجبال التي تمتلكها إمارة الفجيرة لا يعني شبيه لها، من حيث الهدوء، من حيث الجمال، من حيث الرونق، من حيث أيضا كل جبل نواجه له لون يختلف عن اللون الآخر. هذه الجبال تحتوي العيون، تحتوي الوديان التي هي مقصد للسياح في فصل الشتاء وفي فصل الصيف. اهتمت الإمارة بناحية الاستجمام، وأيضا اهتمت بهذه العيون الكبريتية. عندنا عين مضب وعندنا عين غمور وغيرها من طبعا العيون الجبلية التي طبعا ستستثمر يعني استثمار لحتى تزيد من مساحة الاستثمار السياحي في الإمارة. تجري الوديان في فصل الشتاء، وطبعا هذه الوديان لها طابعها الخاص المميز في إمارة الفجيرة. هذه الوديان لو ينظر إليها المستثمر سيجد أنها طبعا تفتح له آفاق جديدة في الاستثمار، من حيث إقامة الاستراحات الشتوية، وأيضا من حيث استغلال هذه الوديان بالمخيمات الشتوية وما شابه ذلك من هذه الاستثمارات. كذلك أن إمارة الفجيرة لها تاريخ عريق ولها ماضي طبعا يضرب أو يغوص في أعماق التاريخ. تحدث الدكتور مصطفى هبرة صباحا عن العلاقة التاريخية التي تربط القارة الهندية بدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، وأيضا بالأخص بإمارة الفجيرة وسواحل شاطئ الفجيرة وسواحل شاطئ بحر عمان والمحيط الهندي. فقد كانت هذه السواحل مرتعا للقوافل التجارية، سواء كانت في فصل الشتاء أو كانت في فصل الصيف. أيضا كانت تخرج قوافل تجارية من على شاطئ الفجيرة محملة بالبضائع وتعود مرة ثانية إلى الفجيرة، فهذا كان ما يسمى بالتبادل التجاري. فليس طبعا غريبا على الفجيرة الآن اليوم أن تحتضن هذا المهرجان. فالعلاقات عريقة، وتاريخ الفجيرة يرجع طبعا إلى ما قبل 4000 سنة قبل الميلاد. نلاحظ أن السائح في إمارة الفجيرة سيكون التاريخ أمامه ماثلا عفوا تاريخ الفجيرة ماثلا في كل منطقة من مناطق الإمارة، من أوحلة حتى دبا. طبعا على طول الساحل نشاهد القلاع، نشاهد الحصون، نشاهد المدن القديمة العريقة، نشاهد المساجد، وتضم الفجيرة طبعا أقدم هذه المساجد، ويوجد في البدية، وهو أيضا مقصدا لكثير من السياح سواء كان من داخل الدولة ومن خارجها. عندنا قلاع، وهذه القلاع تعتبر نموذج في التصميم، ونموذج في البناء، ونموذج في الارتقاء بالفن المعماري لحضارة دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة والفجيرة بشكل خاص. كل قلعة من هذه القلاع لها تاريخها، لها عنوانها، لها سجلها التاريخي الذي يحكي للزائر عندما يتجول بين أفناء هذه القلاع وهذه الحصون. أيضا هذه القلاع والحصون أوليت اهتمام كبير من حكومة الفجيرة ومن هيئة الفجيرة للسياحة والآثار بالاهتمام والترميم، وأيضا هي منتظرة المستثمرين حتى تكون لهم وجهة استثمارية جميلة، وأيضا ناجحة ومبتكرة في استغلال الحصون والقلاع. فليست السواحل فقط هي التي تستثمر، وليست فقط الجبال هي التي تستثمر، أيضا القلاع والحصون والمواقع الأثرية أيضا تستثمر من الناحية الاقتصادية والناحية السياحية. أعزائي الحضور، لقد نمت إمارة الفجيرة بشكل إيجابي وبشكل مبهر للزائرين، وهذا ما نلاحظه طبعا من خلال مد الطرق الحديثة وتعبيد الطرق، حتى أصبحت هذه الطرق تجتاز الجبال. ودليل على ذلك هو شارع الشيخ خليفة الله يحفظه، ودليل على أنه أيضا الإمارة تستطيع أن تكون أكثر نمواً من خلال ازدهار الطرق التي تعبد. وأيضا هناك مشاريع قائمة على تعبيد جميع شوارع الإمارة. ولا يخفى على الحضور جمال النفق الذي يربط مناطق البدية بمناطق طبعا العقة ودبا، وهذا طبعا النفق هو صرح حضاري وصرح في تعبيد المواصلات وربط مدن الإمارة مع بعضها البعض لتسهيل حركة السياحة في الإمارة. خلاصة القول أيها الحضور أن الإمارة تتطور تطوراً باهراً على جميع النواحي، حاملة معها تذليل الصعوبات حتى تكون الفجيرة من أرقى الإمارات في الاستثمار السياحي. طبعاً هذا نلاحظه من خلال الفعاليات العالمية والأسواق والمعارض التي تنظم سواء كانت داخل الإمارة وخارج الإمارة، بالإضافة إلى البطولات. فتوسعت عندنا طبعاً السياحة في إمارة الفجيرة، وهذا طبعاً ما كشفت عنه كثير من الإحصائيات التي كانت دائماً تراقب وكانت دائماً تزامن التحديث والتطور السياحي في إمارة الفجيرة. فقد نما الجانب السياحي بمعدل 12% عام 2015 إلى أن بلغ إجمالي النزلاء عندنا الفنادق على حسب إحصائيات 2014 97,490 نزيلاً على مدار حتى وصل إلى القمة في عام 2015. طبعاً النمو السياحي في الإمارة حقق طبعاً تطورات كثيرة ليرتفع عدد السياح من 750 ألف سائح في 2010 إلى 1,000,000 سائح في 2011، وحوالي 1.2 مليون في 2012 إلى حوالي 1,025,000 في 2013. طبعاً هذه إحصائيات إلى 2014 2015، ونحن الآن في 2017 مقبلين إن شاء الله تعالى على 2018. الإمارة تشهد إقبالاً في السياحة الداخلية والخارجية. أعزائي الحضور، نحن دائماً نأمل أن قدمنا ما هو المفيد في هذا الوقت الوجيز، وإن قدمنا وإن تكلمنا فلن نستطيع أن نعرض في هذه السويعات القليلة ما عليه الاستثمار السياحي في إمارة الفجيرة. شكراً لهذه الاستضافة، وشكراً لحسن الاستماع، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much for the speech. We will have the Q&A session after the seminar speaking session. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely happy to have our key speaker for the day, our industry guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Saeed Al-Kindi, the former Minister of Environment and Water UAE, to be with us today. We are extremely happy you have been with us today, sir. And we request you to kindly enlighten us on the opportunities of non-oil sector, the economic diversification in Fujairah. And His Excellency has already promised us that he will not be sticking to this particular topic. He will give an overview of the opportunities that is available in UAE in general as well. It's very thankful to you for that. And His Excellency doesn't need any introduction, but still let me take this opportunity to give a brief introduction about you for the Indian audience as well as the audience who is watching this live on YouTube. Dr. Mohammed Saeed Al-Kindi has a distinguished career as a diplomat in the UAE government. He began in 1984 as a second secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abu Dhabi. He was then transferred to the permanent mission of UAE to the United Nations in New York, serving from 1986 to 1995. As a member of the UAE mission, he represented the country at the UN Security Council from 1986 to 1987 and the UN General Assembly during his post. Dr. Al-Kindi served as the rapporteur of the 4th Committee at the 45th session of the United Nations General Assembly in 1988 and the vice chairman of the 4th Committee at the 46th session of the UN General Assembly in 1989. After completing his tour of duty at the UAE mission, he was appointed Charged Affairs of the UAE Embassy in Jakarta, Indonesia from 1995 to 1997. Dr. Al-Kindi was appointed Director of the Ruler's Office of the Government of Fujairah from 1997 to 2006 and also served in the Cabinet of the UAE Federal Government as the Minister for Environment, Water from 2006 to 2008. He has attended meetings and conferences of non-alignment countries and economic group of G77. He actively participates in various domestic and international businesses, holding positions including chairman, director, board member, and proprietor. Dr. Al-Kindi represents the UAE at a wide variety of regional and international conferences, and he is a member of a number of different national and international institutions. He has a doctorate in public administration, a master's in political science, and a BA in political science from California University in the United States. We are very happy to have you here, sir. Thank you very much. Please join us. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear ladies and gentlemen, with immense pleasure, I am standing before you in this auspicious occasion of the 5th program of the UAE India Business Fest 2017. In this occasion, I have the honor to extend my greetings to all the business magnates present here, and may Allah help you all to explore investment opportunities by introducing new sectors which will benefit the GDP growth of both countries in the political and culture and different link in this with both in the two countries. The United Arab Emirates has made remarkable gains over the last years since its independence and has been expanding opportunities in different walks of life. And of course, the United Arab Emirates has been identified by India as a key partner in fast and varied fields. In history shows that the business relation and trades between both countries for more than a century ago, before the creation of the United Arab Emirates, the UAE Federal in 1991. Business leaders made it by and between India and here by going by dhows or regular ships to make the business, which is make that there is long relation in the trade and culture and business in between two countries. As you know very well, in the 26th of January 2017, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, visited India as a chief guest at the Republic Day parade. The relation between both countries are on a new high and present. The two countries share bond of cultural affinity and have strong commercial linkages. The UAE's relation with India is being enhanced now in a new magnitude and diminution among various MOUs signed between the two countries. The important one is the bilateral relationship, which is now upgraded to comprehensive strategic partnership. This acts as a bonding between the surface of the two countries and send a positive message to people of both countries. They are the important element in strengthening and expanding the partnership between the two countries in different aspects. According to the latest figures, the remittance of the Indian expatriate in the United Arab Emirates sent back to India is around 13.6 billion, which helps India to tackle the current account deficits. India expatriates are the important representative of India, and they act as strong and binding factor between the two countries. The Indian expatriate in the UAE, which accounts a major percentage of the total people living in the United Arab Emirates. They are making a huge contribution toward economic prosperity, stability, and success of India and the United Arab Emirates, based on shared value and objectives. The two countries have a strong ground to take their relationship to the next level, and that you could see it in the level of the people, educated people, business and industrial people who is making it here in the United Arab Emirates. In the golden arena, Emirate of Fujairah holds a unique position in the United Arab Emirates. The historical importance of Fujairah dated back to the period before the birth of Christ. Fujairah is rightly known as the jewel of the Middle East. These impressive achievements gained now and under the leadership of our President of the United Arab Emirates, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Mohammed Al Sharqi, Supreme Council Member and ruler of Fujairah. Serve as a beacon for the countries around the world seeking to build a brighter future. There are more and more opportunity to be for the people of the two countries in Fujairah, of business growth between the two countries. Fujairah have made itself within the United Arab Emirates to be one of the fast-growing Emirates. We know as a UAE together, we complement each other into the all industries on businesses. If you are in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, or in any other Emirates, we all together in the same fields. If you are there, you are here, and you could make it. Fujairah have a lot of things to offer to the business people in different fields. We have the ports, which is expanding, and the oil section for the tanks and trading, bunkering, beside also the port of Fujairah, which is an opportunity for people also to use it from the other side. As I could say, like for some of the Indian airline could use the airport. It's not far from the other area, and they could be the best place to start and to have the business of different airline here. Tourism and other industrial in different fields. We are here close and the most closer to India. Also, there is before some a plan of making even ships to go directly between Fujairah and India, and could use the Fujairah port. Many things could be done by the people of UAE and the Indian people, and there is many investment could be done and could be established here in Fujairah. Well, the UAE people and the Indian people have shared a lot of things together, and we could see some of them here, and they have done a lot for the UAE changes, or what changes happening in the UAE, which is they are a part of it. At this occasion, I am happy to inform you, if you allow me, that's a great vision, with a great vision, as a part of the development of diversification plan to introduce a new computer language named Iqra, in which the command will be given with Arabic words, inshallah. You will come to know more about it, about this soon. I'm sorry to use this time to say that, but it's also for everybody. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me an opportunity to attend the occasion. I always support your effort for improving the quality of life for people wherever they are in need. I hope the event will be a real inspiration for you all to work with more enthusiasm. I conclude by thanking the Almighty, the source of all goodness, and also wish all of you a memorable occasion. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much for that really inspiring and informative speech, sir. In fact, he has pointed out the very important thing, the Indian expatriate remittance to India in a year, that is 13.5 billion US dollars. That itself is a huge investment amount. By showing a right investment opportunity in the Emirates of UAE, especially Fujairah, which we have already highlighted, the certain projects which we can place in front of the NRA community, who is sending nearly 13.5 billion US dollars to India, it can be positively utilized for the business opportunities which is available in the Emirates itself. So there are a lot of opportunities which is arising, which we'll be exploring, and we'll definitely take this particular message to the investment community, especially the NRI community as well. And inshallah, we'll be taking it to the next level as you suggested. Thank you very much once again for your kind presence and that highly informative speech, sir. Thank you very much. We have our next industry guest of honor for a special speech, Dr. Putur Rahman, the manager of the private department of the ruler of Fujairah. I don't need to give any introduction to Dr. Putur Rahman because people of Fujairah keep him in the just like all the people whom I was meeting in Fujairah, they're all speaking with pride about Dr. Putur Rahman. He is a visionary leader and he is very active in the social forums and social activities, very close to the Indian community as well as the other nationalities in UAE. Let me just give a very brief insight on the career history of Dr. Putur Rahman, just for your information sake. Dr. Putur Rahman is a literary enthusiast, rather a prolific writer and above all a well-known social worker and an administrator who has scaled the heights of life through sincerity, commitment and hard work. There is a lot to speak about Dr. Putur Rahman, but just let's mention the kind of positions he is holding currently. He is the president of the UAE KMCC National Committee. He is a patron of the Muslim Educational Society, chief patron of Fujairah Art Lovers Association, the president of Fujairah Indian Association, chairman Kottakkal Islamia Charitable Trust, chief trustee of Kaipamangalam Hira Educational Cultural Trust Trishur, chief of the UAE Gulf Malayali Coordination Committee, chief patron of the governing body of the Middle East Chandigarh, chairman of the Flora Amusement Park Valancheri Kerala, the chairman of NRA Coordination Committee, and he has a lot of awards and achievements, including award for the best social contributor by Trivandrum Sahitya Vedi, Malayalam Ratna Puraskaram, the Best NRI Social Worker Award by Dashana TV, Best NRI Social Worker Award by the Media One, Best Social Worker Award in the Gallup poll conducted by the part of Dubai Festival in 2005, Best Social Worker Award in the Dream World, and there is a big list which it will take half an hour's time itself. With great pleasure, let me welcome Dr. Putur Rahman. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi ajma'in. His Highness Sheikh Ibrahim bin Abdullah Sharqi, His Excellency Dr. Kindi, and Sayyida Amna Sabiri Al-Dalhani, and prominent leaders and IBMC officials, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is wonderful to be here this evening at this conference, and I wish to welcome you all to the beautiful Emirate of Fujairah. I congratulate the Fujairah Chamber of Commerce and IBMC in organizing this event, which presents business opportunities to all NRIs. By way of introduction, my name is Abdul Rahman, and I have been working with the Private Affairs Bureau of His Highness the Ruler for the last 40 years. This tenure has provided me with good insight into the working of business here in Fujairah. Needless to say that India and the UAE have business ties spanning over many centuries. It is pertinent to recall a poem written by one of the famous poets in the pre-Islamic Arabia. He was a very romantic poet, Umrul Qais. I would like to recite a verse for you now. كفانا بك من ذكرى حبيب ومنزلي بسكت اللواء بين الدخول فحوملي فتوليها فالمكرات لم يحف رسمها لما نسجتها من جنوب وشمال. ترى بحر الأرهام في أرصاتها وكيهانها كأنه حب فلفل. I can translate like this. We can pause to weep over the remembrance of my lover. Normally, the winds blowing from the east and west would clean the wastage of desert, but when I enter the gate of my lover, I see the wastage still lies in her yard. The wind failed to make any changes there. I can still see the droppings of wild deer who always pass by, and the dung lies there thick as pepper seeds brought from Kerala. This poem from pre-Islamic times shows that trade between India and UAE started centuries ago by our forefathers, and we are proudly following their footsteps today. The Arab countries, especially the UAE, have laid a red carpet and opened its door for Indian businessmen. These opportunities in UAE have given Indian an upper hand and allowed them to be successful. According to Forbes, 10 out of 100 most successful businessmen are Indians, like Yusuf Ali and Shetty, Devi Pilla, Joy Aluka, Saniwaki, to name a few. As you are aware, Fujairah is an emirate that is rapidly expanding. It holds strategic prominence being on the east coast of the UAE. Fujairah has an extended coastline with the backdrop of Hajar Mountains range. There are huge deposits of limestone, gabbro, and various other minerals. The serene water of the Indian Ocean around Fujairah is a home for coral reefs, dolphin, and a large variety of fish. This area is a paradise for scuba divers. The historical monuments in Fujairah proclaim a rich ancient culture. The port of Fujairah is the second largest bunkering port in the world. Fujairah oil industry zone is emerging as one of the largest oil trading hubs. The current oil storage capacity hovers around 9 million cubic meters. So Fujairah is active in oil trading, even when it does not produce any oil. UAE has only one port that can receive VLCCs, and we are proud that that facility is in Fujairah. The world economic scenario has changed drastically in the past decade, but Fujairah has somehow steered clear of any adverse impact. The Emirate has continued developing at a steady pace with very strong foundation in place. I would like to point out the development of the few notable companies in the Emirate of Fujairah. JK Cement commissioned a state-of-the-art 600,000 annum white cement production facility with a total investment of $552 million. Gulf Petrocom commissioned an oil storage terminal having a storage capacity of 412,000 tons with a total investment of 492 million. IL&FS commissioned an oil storage terminal in 2 phases, having a total capacity of about 600,000 cubic meter, having total investment of 1.85 billion. As a growing Emirate, Fujairah offers many business opportunities. The Emirate is looking for commercial and industrial ventures that are environmental friendly and do not require large parcels of land. Businesses that employ modern technologies with due consideration to the environment of welcome in Fujairah. The cost of setting up a business and operating in Fujairah is considerably less than in the other Emirates. Hence, it makes good business sense to establish new businesses in Fujairah. The bustling cities of Dubai and Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah are well connected with Fujairah, and so transportation of goods to the other Emirates require very little time. Furthermore, the port of Fujairah will soon start receiving container vessels on a regular basis. Therefore, Fujairah can be turned into a hub for logistic business. Fujairah infrastructure keeps pace with the growth and the needs of the Emirate. We are glad to offer you any assistance in initiating and setting up a new business venture in Fujairah. The government of Fujairah is committed to offer assistance to genuine investors. Hence, I urge you to take a closer look at this Emirate and prepare your business plans. Together, we can turn your dreams into reality. I wish to meet you all again as entrepreneurs in Fujairah, and I wish you all success in your ventures. Please remember, we are only a phone call away. Have a refreshing and enjoyable time in Fujairah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Putur Rahman, for very informative and wonderful speech. Thank you very much once again. And for a concluding session for our industrial business seminar, may I request His Highness to say a few words as a felicitation, please.
أسعد الله مساكم بالخير. والحقيقة ما قصروا، كلهم ذكروا أشياء جميلة، والسياحة هي دخلها قوي جدا، والفجيرة مؤهلة لهذا الشيء، وأتمنى إن شاء الله أنها تستمر سياحية. الآن السياحة دخلها أكثر من دخل البترول، هذا ما أسمع وأعرف عنه تقريبا، وأتمنى لكم التوفيق جميعا، وأشكر كل المتحدثين، الدكتورة والدكتور والجميع، والسلام عليكم.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. With this note, we are officially concluding our UAE India Business Fest, the 5th program in Fujairah Emirate. And I take this opportunity to thank His Highness Sheikh Ibrahim bin Abdullah Al Shaki. A special thanks to His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Saeed Al Kinti for being with us, because we know the tight schedules you all are having, but we are highly happy to mention that we are really blessed with your presence. And Ms. Amna Sabar Al-Danani, the board member of Fujairah Tourism Department. Madam was really helpful and bringing in new initiatives in UAE. We are once again thanking you, Madam, and Dr. Putur Rahman for the insightful advices and support he has extended to us in setting up this forum here. And our CEO, Mr. Sajid Kumar, for organizing the UAE India Business Fest for the benefit of India and UAE. And I thank our esteemed guest who has come along amidst their business busy schedule today and be with us for the whole day, especially Mr. Dawal and our business community leaders who has extended a lot of support for us to organize this function here. Our industry experts and our business associates, especially Mr. Adnan, Mr. Khalid, Mr. Shams, and Mr. Sawad, and we have a lot of support from all of you. And we will have the question and answer session. Anybody has any questions to the seminar speakers from our audience? Any questions to His Excellency, Madam Amna, or Dr. Putur Rahman, or Mr. Sajid Kumar? Hope all are happy and satisfied. We thank you once again for your kind presence, and we thanks once and for all of you for being with us today, and we thank the media people who is available here and supporting us at Al CG Hotel for the wonderful support, and our IBMC team members for supporting and organizing this wonderful function. Thank you very much once again for all of you. Thank you. And we request you to kindly join us for the dinner. Thank you. Adnan, please come. The UAE India Business Fest, the next program will be on Ras Al Khaimah, end of November, and our concluding session will be in December in Abu Dhabi. We welcome all of you to be part of our future events as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
خلاص